TCPS football is on the air. Well, kind of. More on that in a minute. TCPS in Biggersville tonight. A homecoming here at Biggersville, a great crowd. My name's Steve Tiber along with Greg Jolly. And a first, 4 years of broadcasting. And tonight we were told when we showed up that we could not broadcast live. And more on that in just a little bit. But tonight, football, Greg, we've got two teams playing a district football game.
Yep.
TCPS comes in at 0-1 in district play. Biggersville last week in a barn burner, beating Holka by the score of 52-50. Talk a little bit about the game tonight.
Well, I think what we're going to see tonight, Steve, the main thing we need to look for is going to be we got to stop the big plays. Big plays is what's killed us the last 2 weeks, and with if we can contain, do a little bit better job of trying to contain on the outside, I think we'll be in it. Last week, I think we said we had 6 first downs at the end of the half. They had 5 first downs. Coldwater had 5 first downs. We just need to do a good job or do a better job of trying to contain everything.
Well, tonight, Biggersville, there's really one key guy. Actually, there's like 3 or 4 guys, but their quarterback is ranked number 1 in the state. I'm looking 640 yards for the quarterback, and that's Blake Stacy, the captain. He's 6'1", 187. I saw him in action against Holka, Greg, and very impressive. He moves very good, and he throws on the run. It's an interesting attack because they have 4 rushers with at least 20 touches, where TCPS leans more on Tiber. They have 4 guys that can carry it, and then they have a guy that can throw the rock. So this offense, 2 weeks in a row, wait to hear this, Greg, 52 points last week in a win, the week before 50 points in a loss.
Wow. Wow. They can quickly put the ball in the end zone, it sounds like. Sounds like they have a little trouble stopping some of the runs, some of the plays from the opponents, but it sounds like you've got some serious threat to contain that the Eagles do tonight to try to keep the Biggersville team, keep the Lions at bay.
So Stacy, the quarterback, he not only can throw the rock, he can run as well. 30 rushes for 145 yards, a barn burner last week. Again, Biggersville comes in undefeated in district play. They will be taking on the Eagles, looking for their first win of the year. And I think we're going to get ready. Yeah, we're kind of moving around a little bit. We've had a curveball thrown at us tonight. But before we get any further, we wanted to play the interview with Coach Holliday. So here's Coach Holliday. We taped this earlier today. Steve Tiber back with Coach Holliday, our pregame show. Tonight, the TCPS Eagles take on Biggersville Lions. We're on the road tonight. Eagles last week dropping their only home game of the year, and that was against Coldwater. And, Coach, the game got away from you guys a little bit early, just kind of like the last 2 weeks. At halftime, the deficit was a big one. A lot of big plays. I was looking at the stats this morning. First downs, through 3 games, the opposition has 2 more first downs than the Eagles do. Let's talk a little bit about the big plays, the punt returns, the kickoff returns, the interception returns, the long runs. What can you do with an inexperienced squad to try to correct that?
Well, the main thing we talk about is staying at home. Staying where you're supposed to be at all times. Even if the quarterback, like the big play against Coldwater on the long touchdown pass, the quarterback was scrambling. I think, like you said, having young guys, they get a little antsy, and they try to come up. When our guys came up, he just threw it where they weren't. And, we just got to stay at home and continue to teach, contain.
For our listeners, of course, when a ball carrier gets outside of the containment, he has his sidelines and usually just a safe to be beat. Mm-hmm. Interesting, usually you look for a turning play in the third quarter, second quarter, fourth quarter. I thought, just as a person who loves football, the beginning of the game, the Eagles go down the field, move the ball, are forced to punt away. And so Coldwater, 3 downs, Eagles stop them. You force them into a punting situation. The punter's on his goal line. And it looks like, actually the punt was blocked, was it not?
Yeah, no, it was a bad snap.
Okay, bad snap. One week ago, I can't remember what happened yesterday. So a bad snap, and it looks like for a minute you could either score a touchdown, tackle the ball player for a safety, force him out of the end zone. He picks it up, and in the craziness of the play, not only prevents all that from happening, but picks up a first down.
Picks up 25 yards. That whole scenario, like you said, we pinned them back, and that started because Emory Mullins had a great punt to pin them back on the 5-yard line. And they picked up a couple yards, but then that kid being the athlete that he is, I mean, it was like you said, it was a bot snap. We almost had a chance to actually pick the ball up. but somehow he was able to grab it. And once again, 2 years in a row, he's had a broken play that turned the whole ball game around.
But you've seen that. You've been in sports a long time.
Oh.
Great athletes take
Yes.
broken plays. I mean, you see it in the NFL on Sunday. You'll see it in the SEC this Saturday when you watch your favorite team. Great players take a crazy play, and boy, talk about making lemonade out of lemons,
Yes,
right? I mean, you were just talking to me before we started here. A lot of big plays against the Eagles last Friday.
Well, and it kind of gets our kids discouraged every now and then when they do their job and it doesn't seem like it goes your way. But, as coaches, we have to keep them build up and let them know eventually that play is going to go our way. And when it goes our way, look out because the Eagles are on the upswing.
So for the second week in a row, the Eagles go to halftime with a huge deficit. And for the second week in a row, the Eagles come out in the second half and win the second half. And so, again, you're looking for things that you can build off on, positives that you can build off on. To me, I'll tell you, and I think you're aware of this. Well, I know you're aware of this. This week, a teacher sends an email to all the parents of the 18 players. As we all know, the Eagles don't have a lot of numbers. And he literally compliments the players for their tenacity, for their heart, for not giving up. I've kept the email. Yeah. I want to put that in my son's box for down the road. But he complimented Coach you and the players for even though the adversity was big, they just never gave up.
No, sir. There's no quit in us now. That's one thing we do not, like you say, we do not have a lot of numbers. We do not have a lot of other things, but what we do have is heart. And heart will take you a long way. And these kids, they come out, they work hard, they're doing everything we tell them to do, and eventually that hard work is going to pay off.
So tonight, Friday, we talk about the numbers of 18 players, but actually tonight, and again, Biggersville's not going to hear this, so they won't know, not that it's the end-all, but you have 16 players from last week's squad dressing. Maybe you bring some kids up, but let's talk a little bit. Lee McBunch will be missing the game, yes, and Taylor Beard as well.
Lee McBunch he's going to have surgery on his rotator cuff. The lick he took against Baldwin, first game, the first scrimmage of the year. Taylor Beard should be back with us next week.
Okay, great.
He'll be back next week. It's just a little nagging injury there. But I'll tell you what, Mr. Tiber, this to me has been one of our best weeks of practice. Even with the kids knowing that they only have 16 players, this has been one of the more upbeat, energetic practice weeks we've had all year.
Okay, now, you've changed some things up. I stop it out Monday for about 30 minutes and watch practice. And again, by the time people hear this and the game's going on, but you're changing the offense up.
Sir.
So you've gone, TCPS has been known over the years of having, I believe, above average to top-notch quarterbacks and a lot of wide receivers you can go to. With the numbers down this year, it looks like you're moving away from the 4 wide receiver spread offense.
Yes, sir. We're going to go to more of an I formation now. We've got a very inexperienced quarterback, and to be fair to him, it takes a while to learn the spread offense. And to put him in that situation where he's got to pick this receiver or pick that receiver is not always fair to him. And we'll do, like I go back to it every week, we've got a great offensive line up front. We've got a couple of great running backs. You got to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. So this week we're going back to old school smash mouth football. We're going to line it up in the eye and in the power eye, and here we come.
It's interesting. Again, I was looking at the stats again early this morning, and out of the 20-some running plays, besides the quarterback sacks, I think there was 5 or 6 of those, unfortunately. Yeah. There was only 2 plays for negative yardage.
Yes,
so your rushers, regardless who it is, they're getting positive yardage, aren't they?
Yes, sir. We've got running backs to run the ball hard. They find the hole, they get up in the hole. It's always positive. And that's what, we got to start controlling the clock. A lot of times when you're on offense, you're not that tired. But when you get on defense, you seem to get a little more tired. So if we can control the clock more and control the tempo of the game, that's in our favor.
One more thing about last week's game, and then we'll talk a little bit about Biggersville. A unique play happened, and, man, I give you credit because you were right on top of it. We were attempting a field goal. Connor Chrisman, who's got a nice leg, was attempting a field goal. It was blocked. Coldwater had a player along the goal line in case the ball wasn't kicked into the end zone to return it. So he comes up and he touches the ball, which makes it a live ball because he attempted to pick it up and run.
Zachary Tiber goes down and picks it up and runs to the end zone. Everyone else is standing around. Zach picks it up and runs the end zone, and the official's saying, okay, let's mark the ball back at the 20 or the line of scrimmage. And there I see you defending your player because what happened on that play? It was a very interesting play.
Well, in the beginning, I heard Coach Anthony say live ball, live ball. And I saw the guy try to pick it up and run with it, and I saw his left hand, scrape across the top of the ball, and he tried to play it off. And the official that was on our sideline, he kept saying the receiving team did touch the ball. And the head official kept saying they didn't touch the ball, they didn't touch the ball. And I believe, I got to stick up for my players. And Zach was very adamant that it was our ball and that the guy touched the ball. So we just kept arguing the point, and through the grace of God, the officials got the call right, and we were able to score, I think, 2 plays later.
So is the ruling, because it's a field goal, do they rule it's like a punt, you can't advance a muff punt, or because of the inadvertent whistle, do they take the touchdown away?
I think it's just like a punt.
Okay.
You can't advance a muff punt.
Okay. So Biggersville, the second game in district play, you've got some games right ahead of you, Coach, that are playable. I know you're down a couple players tonight, but Biggersville has been scoring a lot of points, but boy, they've been giving up a lot of points. 52-50, 2 weeks in a row. I mean, that's a high school basketball score. Tell us about Biggersville. What can we expect tonight?
Biggersville, they run a similar offense to Coldwater. With the 2 wings. They run a lot of play action out of it. A lot of times their play goes toward the motion guy there. So now they have a quarterback that also throws the ball pretty well. And they will run some option out of it. So once again, it goes back to us staying at home, keeping the contain. If we can keep the contain and tackle, they've got a very good fullback too at number 34. So if we can keep the contain and tackle, we stress it all year, tackle, we'll be okay.
So you probably don't want to get in a shootout. The Eagles haven't hit 50 points yet this year. So kind of controlling the clock, more of a running opportunity for the offense. That's something you're looking to do.
Yes, sir. We look to tonight. I hope to get the ball first tonight, and we want to establish what we're going to do. We're going to let them know, and then they've probably been preparing for the spread all week. And when we line up in the eye, we're hoping to throw their kids off a little bit there. But like I say, we're gonna. If I'm a firm believer, if you got a horse, you got to feed him. We have a good running back in Zach, which happens to be your boy, but he does good. He's averaging over 100 yards a game to this point. So we're gonna feed him, and we've got other plays too set up, even a little trickery mixed in there that nobody knows about yet that we're gonna come at you with.
So Tiber with 126 yards last week on the ground, averaging about 7 yards per carry. But boy, he's not the only guy that can run the ball. Again, I've seen some bright spots with Weddle this year.
Yes.
The freshman. I know Tyler Beard. You'd probably say Tyler Beard. He's fearless. You get him the ball and give him a chance to run. He's going to pick up some yardage for you too, isn't he, Coach?
We've got plays where hopefully Tyler will have several people in front of him. Yeah, Tyler's kind of a Tim Tebow type player. He's fearless. He's going to give you everything he's got. He's got that will to win, and he's becoming a leader. He's becoming a leader. That's what you want from your quarterback, is a guy that stays over after practice, works on his passes, works on things that he doesn't do well, and that's what Tyler's been doing for us.
What's the latest on Hamby? I know Hamby's missed, I think, the last 2 games. Will he be able to play tonight, or is he out?
Russell should be here tonight.
Okay. And so Russell come back in at center?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your offensive line tonight with Hamby back at center, what does it look like?
We'll have Emery Mullins at guard, Richard Gunnels at a guard, Luke Hudson and Matt Cates at the tackles.
Okay, so you're going to bring Gunnels in at guard.
Yes, sir.
And good. And then as far as wide receivers, with Lee and Taylor out, and I know you're going to go to a power eye. You're saying your wide receivers. What do they look like tonight?
We're going to go Kyle Gray and Charlie Forrest.
Okay. So 2 seniors.
Yes, sir.
Let's just spend a couple more minutes. I'd like to bring up a senior's name, and I'm going to play a real quick game with you. Let's talk just for a minute about Charlie Forrest.
Yes, sir.
Charlie's got speed to burn. Give us some of the things that positively that Charlie brings to the team.
Charlie brings hard work. Charlie really works hard for us. He's that go-to guy that, if you need a big play down the field, I feel like Charlie's the guy to go to because he's been there before. He knows how to go up and get the ball. He runs great routes. And then on defense, he's been a solid defender for us all year long at the cornerback. I don't think many people have thrown the ball toward him much at all this year. So
he'll probably get tested tonight, won't
he? He'll definitely get tested tonight.
All right, so let's meet Coach Holliday. Let me just ask some questions, give me some quick answers, and let the listeners get to know Coach Sean Holliday a little bit more. You're married.
Yes, sir.
Your wife's name is?
Chanel.
And you have how many kids?
I have 2 boys that are mine, Kai and Leif.
And how old are they?
They're 10 and 7.
Okay. So I'll just shoot out some questions. Favorite food?
Steak.
Okay. We're in the South. We got to like our meat. I like that. Favorite movie of all time?
The Program.
Ooh, okay. How about your favorite college?
The University of Mississippi.
Okay. Is there any other, right? You're saying.
That's it. I didn't think there was another.
Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Orange Beach.
Okay. Favorite Christian music band group?
Marvin Sapp.
Okay. Oh, wow. There you go. I like that.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite preacher?
Reverend Luther Minor.
Okay. There you go.
He's my pastor.
I was going to say, I knew he was. Give him a shout out. Hey,
he's
Pastor,
my pastor.
giving you a shout out. Favorite place you've ever visited?
Orlando.
Okay. Oh, that's
Or
great.
Gatlinburg.
Okay, yeah.
Either one of those.
Both family places.
Yes, sir.
For a family guy. Coach
Yes,
Halliday,
sir.
good luck tonight. I know it's 0-3, not the start you wanted. Still looking for your first career win.
Yes, sir.
It's coming, Coach.
It's coming. It's coming. You know, it's all, like I said in the paper last Friday, they didn't build Rome in a day, and you can't build a great football team in a day. So, you know, we're just going to keep our kids encouraged, keep working hard. And the win, it's not always about wins and losses in the column. It's about the kids enjoying the game, learning how to play the game, and all the other stuff will come.
And Coach, when you get down, pull out that email that teacher sent out to the young men, to the young
Yes,
men
sir.
families, complimenting the heart, the tenacity. And I think his closing statement is they're going to learn a lot more about life on how they're handling this adversity than if they won football games.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Coach, I know you're looking for a win, and so are we.
Oh, yes,
Good luck
sir.
tonight. Have lots of fun. Hope the players keep safe. And that's Coach Halliday. Steve Tyber with Coach Halliday. We are just moments away from Biggersville and TCPS football here on 90.9 WAQB.
So we're back with you now. Greg Jolly and Steve Tyber. We're just a couple minutes away from the kickoff for the homecoming game tonight between the Lions and the Eagles. The Biggersville Lions come in with a record of 1-2, Greg. They lost at Alcorn Central 36-22. Then they lost here in Biggersville to East Union by the score of 52-50. You probably heard in the interview earlier I was making a mention of a basketball score, and they not only did that once, but they came up on the losing side, but then they beat Hoka 52-50 last week. So this team can put some points on the board.
Yeah, you don't see that very much where you go back-to-back weeks with scores like that. So pretty impressive. Plus to score 102 points in 2 ball games. So again, obviously an offensive threat tonight with the Lions, and TCPS is going to have to contain, just like Coach Holliday talked about. We got to tackle. When we hit somebody, we got to wrap up. We got to bring them down at the point of attack, and actually have somebody back there to clean them up. So.
I want to thank some of our sponsors, Greg. I want to thank Maloney Glass and Overhead Door. They're a proud sponsor of TCPS football. Maloney Glass and Overhead Door. They provide services for all glass and door needs. They're located on Robert E. Lee Drive in Tupelo, and are excited for another year of TCPS football. And I want to get this one right. We know that all of our first downs are sponsored by Stern AG. There you go. We're going to get that right. We both do business with them.
We
Stern
do.
AG.
Exactly.
Okay. Located here in Tupelo, Neil Clement of Stern AG specializes in all types of financial planning. Thank you to Stern AG for sponsoring TCPS football on WAQB. So the captains are walking out on the field. The Eagles tonight looking for their first win. The numbers are down. Lee McBunch and Taylor Beard both will not be playing. We believe that Lee McBunch is done for the year, a rotator cuff issue, which allows, unfortunately, well, depending how you look at it, but Trussell is going to get a chance to play some ball tonight.
Yeah.
And so what do you think when you're a freshman and you get thrown at safety at a varsity game? What goes through your mind, Greg?
Well, you kind of walk out still. Will has been able to step out on the field a couple of times for us, too. I know he had a great tackle on 4th down last week for us and made where they're scrambling, trying to get that 4th down completion. But I think, obviously, in the South, you come out with the bright lights on Friday night lights. Obviously, you got to have a little bit of starry-eyed going on. But I think he's up for the challenge tonight. I think, obviously, if he can keep focused and, keep his head in and let some of these senior leaders come up, step up, say, hey, man, it's okay. Just, play as hard as you can tonight. We're going to take care of you.
So I alluded to at the beginning of the broadcast, sorry we sound a little disheveled. We were, first time in 4 years, we were told by the principal at Biggersville that we could not broadcast the game live. And we respect his authority. He felt like it would hurt his gait. And that's a first in 4 years, Greg.
It is.
I can honestly say I've never heard of that happening before. But there's a first for everything, and it was an interesting conversation. We'll leave it at that.
It was, exactly. And again, but like you said, we'll respect his authority,
Absolutely.
too. We respect Biggersville here and just appreciate the opportunity to do the webcast.
So tonight the Eagles are going to be looking to try to establish, we believe, the running game. Tyler Beard at quarterback. This is going to be his 4th start ever in a pads and helmet. We forget about that. I was driving home today. I was out of town, and I was just thinking about Tyler Beard and just thinking to myself, what did I think about the game my 4th time ever put the helmet on? And here he is playing varsity football. Oh, and by the way, you're the quarterback.
Well, think about it. Probably your first time you ever played your 5th or 6th grade when you're stepping out
that's
there
right.
in a Pee Wee league. And, you're probably at that time scared to death. That's something you don't see from Tyler. He will hit adversity head on. That's one thing I'm going to give the guy. Been very impressed with how he has stepped up to. Obviously, he's still learning an offense, learning how to run an offense. So been real impressed by the guy. I'm loving the way he runs the football for us right now as well, too. He's a dual threat. So kudos to Tyler and Taylor both for stepping up this year.
So the offensive weapons we discussed with the Lions, Stacy Blake last week, 11 of 18 for 302 yards. One of the reasons why he has more yardage than any other 1A quarterback in the state of Mississippi. He had a pick against Holka, but he came out with the winner. He also, for the year, 25 out of 55 for 540 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So again, Stacy is ranked number 1 in the state for yardage. I'm sorry, it's Blake Stacy, not Stacy Blake, but Blake Stacy. So I'll make that correction. On the Eagles side, most of their offense this year has come from number 24, the senior running back, Zachary Tiber. Zachary, through 2 games and 3 plays, has 310 yards on the ground. He's averaging about 7.2. How important is it tonight, Greg, to get that running game going?
Well, I think we're going to have to establish a running game for a couple of reasons. What we've seen the first couple of games this year is we've seen big plays that hurt us, and obviously when big plays are happening, it doesn't chew up very much clock. And so if we can contain and continue to use a running game to ground and pound, if you will, to control the clock and keep the game in a close-knit environment, I think we come out on top that way.
And I think one of the things that Coach Holliday is realizing, when you go to a spread offense and you have 4 wide receivers and a quarterback, you look to throw the ball.
Sure.
And with Lee McBunch going down, and with some of the departures of players who played last year and have either elected not to play or have graduated, the wide receiving core, even though Forrest and Gray can get the job done, they're 2 and they're not 4.
Right.
And so he's going to readjust a little bit, try to establish, I think, trying to move the ball on the ground, try to eat some clock up and see if they can eke out a win. The captains are on the field. Greg, Biggersville tonight. Their colors are, I'm going to say, a maroon and white.
I like the colors.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a team in Starkville with these
yeah,
colors.
I think so. I had to speak up for my shout-out.
So the captains tonight is number 10, Stacy, and number 5, Carroll, and number 55 and 64, and that's Hamlin and Bishop. Tonight for the Eagles, and I know Holly tries to move the captains around to seniors, are both Mullen boys, and I should say young men more than boys. And I believe there's Gray out there as well, Kyle Gray. So the Eagles tonight are wearing their road jerseys. They've got their white jerseys. Last week we had a little surprise, or they had a little surprise with those red jerseys. Those are sweet, weren't they, Greg?
Pretty sweet, too, and I love the way we broke them out, too, with the tent sitting off on the sidelines and kids walk into the tent to go make a change, and hey, lo and behold, there's the new jerseys too. So, but tonight, like you said too, wow, look at number 10 out there, big kid playing quarterback for Biggersville. So
yeah, 6'1.5" is the senior, and again, I got to see him in action live against Holka. Did a real nice job. Again, 300 yards on in the air, and I think about 80 yards on the rush. Biggersville tonight in their maroon jerseys, white pants with maroon helmets. They have won the toss. They are going to receive the ball. They'll be receiving the ball to the right. So if you're looking at your computer, your radio, do people still have transistors?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. We're in Mississippi, though.
We're in Mississippi.
You might have
we
one
might
here
dial
and there.
one in every now and then.
I got one in Mississippi at my house.
Yeah, I do too.
Absolutely, but they'll be receiving the ball on your right side of your computer or radio, and they'll be moving right to left. The Eagles, white helmets, white jerseys with blue letters. They have some red trim, white pants, and they'll be kicking off from the left to the right. Again, I just hear this in the background. Wherever we go, He's not from here, is he? No, I'm not.
He's
I'm
not a local boy.
No,
There's no
I'm
doubt
not.
about that.
I'm learning, though. I'm trying.
I try to kind
trying.
of bring the twang and the
That's
tuition
right.
here,
That's
too.
right.
So, yeah.
They should hear my kids, though.
Yeah, they should.
Zachary
They
told me the
should.
other day, Dad, I'm talking Southern.
Yeah,
I said,
they don't
"There you
sound
go."
near as bad as you.
Okay.
I can promise you.
Hey, want to thank another one of our sponsors, North Mississippi Oral Maxillofacial Surgery, located in Tupelo, Corinth, and South Haven. A special thank you to Leland Chrisman, the entire staff. They do general dental extractions, wisdom teeth, dental implants, treatments of diseases and injuries of the mouth, face, and facial. They do cosmetic procedures such as facelifts and laser skin resurfacing. So just give Leland a call. He's on 1031 South Madison Street in Tupelo.
Also want to thank Rebel Lanes, located in Tupelo, excited sponsor this year of TCPS football. Rebel Lanes located on Robert E. Lee Drive, providing bowling services for the family. Thank you to Rebel Lanes for being a part of 2012 TCPS football.
And right down the road in Boonville, Heartland Siding, they as well is they're proud to be a repeat sponsor of TCPS football. Heartland Siding is located in Tupelo at All-American Vinyl Siding Supply on North Veterans. Thank you to Heartland Siding right down the street for sponsoring the 2012 TCPS football season. On defense tonight, as the Eagles will be kicking off from our left to our right, you'll have the usual cast and crew minus Lee McBunch. Trussell, the freshman, will be stepping in for McBunch. In the corners, you'll have Forrest and Gray. Linebackers, you'll have Weddle. You'll have Tiber, Dason Maloney. The front four, you're going to have Cates, Hudson, and the two Mullen boys as well, young men. I keep saying boys. We don't want to say that. These guys are big. They're bigger than us, and they'd whip us both.
They would. They're definitely young men now.
So Biggersville runs out on the field through a very nice-looking crowd. Homecoming night. Young ladies are dressed beautifully. Parents are proud. Everyone's got their cameras, and the flash bulbs are popping. It's a beautiful night in Biggersville, Mississippi. I believe we're about 81 degrees, 82 degrees out there, as the Eagles decide to walk out tonight. Almost look a little bit like they're here for some business.
Yeah, I think so. I like that, too. Go ahead and establish a mantra right now. Come out walking. Don't come out jumping up and down. They're here to handle some business tonight.
So I'm counting, and somehow we went from 16 ball players to 20. So how does that happen, Greg?
Well, I want to say we had a few of our 8th graders step up, too, to kind of man the roster a little bit over there, too. So proud to see that roster grow.
We're ready for the national anthem. So we will...
Please remain standing after the fact.
I believe we're going to have a prayer as well, Greg. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll do our best to try to allow everyone to hear the national anthem and the prayer.
Join me in a moment of prayer. Dear Lord, we'd like to thank you for all these football players over here, and please let them play a safe game. And thank you for everyone that has the opportunity to stay tonight. Please let everyone have a safe trip home. Amen.
So many of the young ladies that were dressed in homecoming dresses, and some of the cheerleaders sang the national anthem. Nice job on that. Tonight, the Eagles and the Lions are about ready to play some football here in Biggersville, Mississippi. The second district game for both teams. Biggersville coming in 1-0 after the win against Holka, and the Eagles starting out in defense. And after being behind 31-0 the first two ball games and 46-0 at halftime the third ball game, Greg, I would think that tonight, hopefully, a step would be taken forward. I believe so.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we'll see hopefully maybe a different wrinkle or two as far as our special teams go. Right out of the chute here too is what I'm hoping for. We've had a lot of containment issues on special teams, so let's see what we come out with right off the chute tonight, Steve.
I know the Eagles had a good week of practice. I know that Coach Holliday was pleased with the efforts that he saw from his squad as they get ready. One thing he said is these players are not getting down. I mean, they're 0-3. Things aren't popping for them the way they want. The numbers are down, but they are not giving up. He has been very encouraged by the enthusiasm to play football.
It looks like back deep right now for the Biggersville Lions. We got number 5, Darius Carroll, team captain this year, senior, 5'7", 162, and number 4, Darian Barnett, running back junior, 181.
So Connor Chrisman, the senior kicker, number 16 for the Eagles, will be kicking from the 40-yard line. He's sporting some new cleats or new either I think they're they're green. I was trying to figure out if it was the shoelaces or the shoes.
Almost got a soccer flair to them.
There you go. So here we go, ready for some football on a Friday night in northern Mississippi with the Eagles from Tupelo Christian Preparatory School in Belden, Mississippi, taking on the Biggersville Lions. And so with that, Connor Chrisman puts his hand up in the air, the ref blows the whistle, and we are ready for some football. Chrisman kicks off. It's a squib kick, and right away Biggersville falls on it. So an onside kick attempt from the 40-yard line is recovered by a Lion at the 44, first down and 10 for Biggersville.
Yeah, nice job there by number 32, Martarius Williams, too, a sophomore running back for them, using the hands right there, too. Maybe they saw the film a couple of times last week when we tried to squib a little onside there, too. But, hey, good idea from Coach Holliday right.
Yeah, he's going to try to make something happen. The squib kick went a little bit longer than you want. You normally want it about 10, 12 yards. It went about 16, so no Eagle could get down there quick enough. So, again, its safety is going to be Trussell, but you have got Gray and Forrest at the corners. And the quarterback is Blake Stacy, the senior, the same type of offense as Coldwater. And there's a fumble right off the bat. And let's see, the Eagles have a chance. No, they don't fall on it. They're still moving around. It looked like for a minute Connor Chrisman had a chance. It was a high snap, but the recovery by number 34, Bullock, and the Lions will keep the ball. It'll be now 2nd and 13.
Boy, I tell you, Connor was all over that thing, but you just can't bounce an oblong ball on the ground and think it's going to bounce your way. Sometimes that thing's kicking all over the place. So tough luck right there for the Eagles right out of the chute.
Would have been a nice turnover. The Eagles have not won the turnover battle so far this year. They have turned over the ball, and I'm trying to find my stats as we're moving around. I'll give that to you here in a minute. 2nd and 13 for the Lions. And again, some motion. It looked like some movement, a handoff underneath, and the ball is a fumble. No fumble. I'm sorry, it was a shoe on the ground. Good play there by Hudson. Hudson tackled Davis. Davis picked up about 3 yards. So give Davis the tackle.
Looks like back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10. Nice little scamper to the left side by Davis, but looked like there Hudson came in and cleaned it up pretty good.
So Hudson with the solo tackle after the 3-yard gain by Davis. And the Eagles could get a 3 and out here.
Well, that'd be a nice start for us.
That would be a nice start. The onside kick doesn't work. The Eagles don't recover the fumble, but they'll get a chance here to hopefully stop the Lions. Again, some movement, but no call here. The quarterback drops back to pass. He's got a man wide open. There's not a quarter to be found, and this is going to go all the way. Another big play, and the quarterback, Forrest, bid on it, and that's going to be a 56-yard touchdown pass. And just a blown coverage.
Yeah, contain. Going back to that, too. Plus, we also had our new freshman Will Trushell step up, too, at the safety position, too. Got to keep everybody in front of you at that safety position. Kind of a teachable moment right there, right out of the chute, too. But nice pass. Hit him on the run. So, touchdown Lions.
So that was, I'm trying to get to Nash, a 56-yard touchdown reception. And again, just wide open. I mean, and really the safety, that's really a corner's responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely, too. And I think, too, we're looking at the big running back, big quarterback coming around the side, thinking, here we go, trying to scramble to just get some yardage, and nice job throwing the football up there by the Lions.
Looks like they're going to go for two. Stacy hands off. He gives it to Davis. Davis is going to go around the right side and get in. 8-0. There is a flag down, usually in a spot where you might see holding.
Yeah, I think I saw it on the left side. It looked like our left end got held. Not sure exactly who that was. It looked like 56 Leighton Mullins got held on the left side.
So I don't know if Forrest fell down. I mean, there was no fake to bite. It just seemed like he stopped.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. I don't even know if he bit on just going directly for the run there too. But tough luck. Hopefully we'll have to recoup pretty quick.
So the good news for the Eagles is that the Lions will be marched back 10 yards for the penalty. And so let's see if they go for the extra point or go again for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, just like that, too. I tell you, containment right now. We've got to have some kind of containment, Steve, on this. These big plays are absolutely what's killing us every week in and week out.
So my new friends in Biggersville tell me that they do not have a kicker, so we'll be looking at a lot of conversions. I thought I saw him try a kick last week against Holka, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
They're all shaking their head that I'm wrong. They like it that I'm wrong. He drops back to pass again. Stacy, he rolls right. He's got some pressure. There's some movement in the back of the end zone. Incomplete pass. He overthrew the intended wide receiver. I believe that was Davis. Good coverage there by Gray. So the pass is not completed. And the Eagles will now get a chance down 6-0.
Yeah, good job that time, too, by our freshman Will Trussell to step up. We had number 13, Peyton Nash, step up for them. Kind of split right down the middle. Trussell kind of cut it off in the middle of the field, so went to a secondary receiver in the corner there. So good job by the Eagles to contain the pass play.
So the Eagles this year have given up big play after big play after big play, and again, do a good job of stopping Biggersville. But the senior Blake Stacy finds Nash running all alone down the sideline. 56-yard touchdown pass. Biggersville goes up 6-0. 10:25 left in the first quarter. We are live in Biggersville, Mississippi, which is just north of Boonville, 11 miles.
11 miles.
I know.
There you go.
I watched that odometer.
Yeah, you
thing.
come up here every day, so
I
you
do.
should
I
know.
go to I work in Boonville.
Yes, you work in Boonville
That's
every
right.
day.
Everyone's looking at me like he doesn't work in Boonville. I do. I do. Place called Heartland Siding.
That's it.
Here comes the kick. Back deep is going to be Forrest and Tiber. It looks like Tiber will get it the 15. Tiber cuts to the 20, 25. He looks for some room. He cuts. He gets upfield. It looks like he's got one man to beat. The 50. He's at the 45. He cuts back in the middle and is brought down at the 35-yard line. And that is a 64-yard return by Tiber.
Wow, great job that time by Tiber. Catch the ball on the left side of the field, split to the middle. What you want to see, go find that gap through the middle, try to find that wedge, as they like to say. When he saw that, he hit it like he had he just dropped a load of bricks behind him and he had fire up under his feet. Great job there by Zachary.
Tiber had one man to beat. He cut back to the middle of the field. Good pursuit by a line to help bring him down. But 1st and 10, Stern AG, Neil Clement first down. Tyler Beard, the I, hands off up front to Dason Maloney, and he's got a quick hitter, and he gets down to the 17-yard line. So gain of about 15 on the play for Maloney.
Wow, nice gain right there, too. Maloney hit that hole, has not been running the football for us
No,
this
he is
year,
not.
too, so great job, but he is one more competitor. I like seeing him back there, too. I think it was, roughly 15 yards, I think, So
17 yards on the play. 15 yards on the play.
15 yards on the play. Great job that time.
1st down and 10 after the kickoff return in the run by Maloney. This time handed off to Tiber. He cuts to the 20, and he's brought down very quickly. Good tackle there by number 55.
Yeah, number 55 kind of met him in the backfield on the right side. Brooks Bishop that time, 5'9", 205 senior linebacker, caught him on the cut.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, they'll give him 1. 2nd and 9. So the Eagles have a chance to respond. They are down 6-0. Tyler Beard, they have two. It's a pro set, tight end with two backs. Gives it to Tiber. He cuts into the middle. Not much between the tackles again. Might pick up 2 yards on that. So far, trying to attack the middle of the line of the Lions. It'll bring down 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that time lead blocking by Andrew Weddle, number 16, trying to follow the left side of our line, a larger side of our line that time, and a couple of yards right there, 3rd down and 7. We'll see what we can do here deep in Biggersville territory.
Look for Tiber to get a pitch maybe to the outside or a fake and a pass, and that's what it is. Tyler rolls. He has some time, but, he threw it behind the receiver, Maloney. He just rushed it a little bit. He didn't get his feet set, and he'll admit from time to time that's something he's had a challenge this year, is when he's rolling, getting his feet set.
Yeah, Maloney wide open that time, too. I think Tyler's kind of irritated by that. Looks like he's pulling his chin strap off pretty rigidly that time, too. I think he wished he had that one back, Steve.
It's going to bring fourth down. Connor Chrisman comes out, the field goal kicker. This will be a 30-yard field goal. 8:44 in the first quarter. Biggersville up 6-0. The tee is down. Charlie Forrest is the holder. Chrisman a pretty good kicker. And it's muffed. Charlie Forrest couldn't get the ball down, and they tackle Chrisman at the 28. So play after play, just the big plays not going the Eagles' way. Just again, I hate to say this, but you catch the ball, you put it on the tee, you let the kid kick it. But that time the ball was not put down for Chrisman, and he had nothing, no other choice but to try to run, and he lost 5 yards as well.
Yeah, a little snap issue with the ball. It's a pretty good spot that time, too. Charlie just had trouble getting a grip on it, getting it down on the tee. So live to play another day. We've got Lions on their 28-yard line trying to drive. Let's see what the defense can do this time.
So the Eagles, after the kickoff return by Tiber and the nice run by Maloney, get nothing on the board, trail 6-0, a wasted opportunity. And now the ball is snapped over the quarterback's head, and they get back. No, there's a whistle blown. The flag is down. This is now the third bad snap of the game so far for Biggersville, but because the whistle blew,
like a dead ball foul.
Probably, they're going to call offsides on TCPS.
Must have been a dead ball foul. He must have gotten the neutral zone on the snap there. Couldn't see who was the offender that time, Steve.
Usually, if a defensive lineman crosses the line and makes contact, they'll blow the play dead. So a free 5 yards for the Lions.
Boy, another blown opportunity right there. Tough luck that time. Tough luck.
But you know what? Teams that struggle, they just don't find they don't make those plays.
Yeah.
And the Eagles need a play or two like that to build that confidence. 1st and 10 now. 1st and 5 for Blake Stacy. He hands off to Davis. He cuts right. Picks up about 3 yards. There's a fumble, and it's picked up. And it's picked up by number 18.
Another flag on the play, right in the middle of the field. Not sure where it is. Kind of usually thrown in a position of holding.
Connor Chrisman picked up the ball at the 35 and runs back to the 12-yard line. There is a flag on the ground. Right
in the middle of the whole field, too, right when everything in the scrum, basically, waiting on the call.
3 referees are in the middle of the field there. The Eagles look resigned to the fact that they are going to lose the ball. And no, they're going to get holding on Biggersville. That's going to be declined. So Connor Chrisman with the first big play in a while for the Eagles as he gets a fumble from Davis, who had picked up 6 yards. Good hit there by Maloney and Tiber to jar it loose. And the Eagles now have a chance to very quickly score.
Hey, first down right here on the 11-yard line. Perfect opportunity to turn the tide a little bit, turn the corner, and let's give a chance to get on the board and tie this thing up.
I just told you a second ago that the Eagles have not been a big play team, and they needed one to build up confidence, and let's hope I was a prophet there because Chrisman, nice play. 1st and 10, a Stern AG first down for the Eagles on the 14-yard line of Biggersville. 8-11 in the first quarter. Biggersville up 6-0. Tyler Beard under Snetter. Gives it to Dace Maloney, the quick hitter. He keeps his feet moving, and he's going to get down to the 11-yard line. And so that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards for Maloney. Let's see where they spot it.
Yeah, host of Lions makes the tackle that time. Looks like, first of all, number 50, Matt Hamlin, the outside linebacker, met him in the hole. Then a host of people met him as well.
They're only going to give him 3 yards on that carry, so Dace Maloney picks up 3, 2nd and 7. A power eye now for the Eagles. And this time a bootleg by the quarterback, and he's got a lot of blocks. What a block by Tiber on the outside. Looked like he was going to be able to pick up the corner, but Tyler Beard gets forced out the 10-yard line. Greg, for a minute there, it looked like the Red Sea was opening.
Yeah, kind of opened up, too. When he kicked it back outside, looked like their cornerback, defensive back, Darius Carroll, their captain, stepped up to kind of close the gap right there and drag Tyler out of bounds.
Wow, it looked for a second there like it was just going to open right up. And actually, they're going to say he lost a yard on that play. And I don't know, there was 4 white jerseys and 1 maroon jersey, and somehow the 1 maroon jersey won that battle. Tiber had taken out the linebacker on the inside. Nobody took on the safety. Tyler Beard gives it to Tiber up the middle. He keeps his feet moving. I think he's down to about the 8-yard line, make it the 7-yard line.
Well, nice job that time by Tiber moving the pile forward right there, too. It looked like a scrum from rugby again, too. But good job with driving forward, sending some of those big linemen get in there and kind of help drive through him. Looked like Matt Cates was leading through the block that time, too, as well. So nice job to get a surge on the line that time.
After the 1-yard loss by Tyler Beard, Tiber picks up 6. It'd be 7 then, 4th and 4, and I would think that they're going to go for it, and they do. So the Eagles trying to find a way to get into the end zone, trailing 6-0 here on the road. Power I, Tyler Beard under center, a quick pitch to Tiber outside. He cuts back in the middle. He's got some room. He's got 1 man to beat. He keeps his feet moving, and the refs, are they going to lift their hands? No, they don't.
I think we definitely got a first down, it looks like, on that one. Nice cut that time by Tiber. Had everybody pushing to the outside. He takes a cut through the middle and gets the first down. Looks like first down and 1.
Stopped a football length short of the first down, gain of 9 yards by Tiber. First and goal for the Eagles as they look to score for the first time this year in the first half.
Wow.
31-0, 31-0, 46-0. I can't count that big, Greg.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
But the Eagles are 1 foot away from getting a touchdown. Let's look for a quarterback sneak here. Tyler Beard under center. No, he gives it to Tiber. He goes to the right. He marches in. Touchdown.
Wow.
So the Eagles get on the board after Chrisman picks up the loose ball and returns it. Tiber goes in for a 1-yard carry, and the Eagles have tied this ball game up.
I tell you, great blocking that time it looked like, too, following let's see, it was Matt Cates, number 79, also following Russell Hanby that time in to the right side. Nice job by the Eagles getting in the end zone.
Connor Chrisman will try the extra point to try to give the Eagles their first lead of the year. Better hold and snap this time, and it does. Does it sneak over? It does, barely. We'll take it, though.
Yep.
Chrisman kicks the ball, and it clears the goal bar by about a foot. And so the Eagles have their first lead of the year, Greg, and it all came off a turnover. We were talking about big plays. Connor Chrisman, the senior, comes up with a big play.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of things we've got to have happen right now, too. With a small roster, we're going in and out. We don't have a lot of players this year like we've talked about, but you know what? These kids are fighting. I like what Coach Holliday said at the very beginning, Steve, too. They're not giving up, and it's obvious right now already in the first quarter.
It's not a hot night here in Biggersville. It's about low 80s, and I think even though there's only, 15 or 16 varsity guys dressed, I know we got a couple 8th graders dressing, probably won't get in the ball game. You know, you're winning in the second, third quarter, all of a sudden you get a little bounce in your step. But we have a long way to go there with 6:10. Is it 6:10, 6:15 left in the first half. So the Eagles lead 7-6 on the 1-yard touchdown run by the senior running back Tiber and Connor Chrisman. Pooch kick here, onside kick, or does he kick it away?
I'm thinking go in and kick it away this time, too. Obviously, they're going to already be looking. They probably watched the film last week to see a few, too. But obviously, too, I'm not the coach, so you could maybe catch somebody out of asleep again one more time. But it looks like he's lined up this time to go deep with it.
So the Eagles with the lead 7-6. They are kicking off from our left to our right, dressed in all white. Connor Chrisman with some neon green looking shoes.
I like them.
Those are funky, even for an ex-New Yorker.
Yeah, I think I need to call him Pele instead of Connor Chrisman right now.
Now, see, I wouldn't even wear those in New York, to be candid with you, but that's a whole other story. Connor Chrisman, a squib kick. He goes down to the 30-yard line and then knelt down, number 44. Let's see if I can get his name there. Fogarty. He decides just to take the ball and fall on a knee. It looked like he had some running room. But, you know, a lot of the coaches sometimes, they'll teach those up guys that if you get the ball, just fall on it.
Just get the ball and fall on. Plus, you got a sophomore up there, too. If a junior, senior, he might take it and run. A sophomore saying, I don't want to screw this up, Coach.
They're thinking ESPN.
Hey, I tell you what I did like, too, this time. I like going back to the squib kick. Let's not kick it back and give somebody that's got a deep threat opportunity to take the ball back. Give them, 25, 30-yard line. Let's play football.
And when you kick the ball up in the air on a line drive, you give them a chance to set up their return. When you squib kick it, everyone's kind of looking around. Who's going to pick it up? It's a live ball. It kind of throws off the mojo of the return. So Biggersville will take the ball, first down and 10. A Sternighi first down. Stern AG, Neil Clement. He's getting so much free advertising
He
because
is,
we keep messing this up.
Yeah, he told me too. He said it's Neil Clements. Is
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
Come on, Neil. Come on, Neil.
Come on, man.
Come on, brother.
We love Neil. He's a great guy. I tell you what, too. We just appreciate his sponsorship this year from Stern AG.
Rebel Lanes, located in Tupelo, they're excited to sponsor TCPS football. Rebel Lanes is located on Robert E. Lee Drive, providing bowling services for the family.
I also want to thank Maloney Glass and Overhead Door, the proud sponsor of TCPS football. Maloney Glass and Overhead Door provides services for all the glass and door needs. They're located on Robert E. Lee Drive in Tupelo and are excited for another year of TCPS football.
I'm getting texts from people saying, why is the game not on the air?
Yeah.
All right, so back at quarterback, Blake Stacy. They've had some problems with the snaps. Behind him is Bolig, number 34. Back in that same offense we saw last week, 2 wings. A lot of movement, and there's got to be a flag. Come on now. Someone's got to throw a flag. No, they're not going to. So anyways, number 2 is going to run the ball to the outside. There's a flag.
We got a flag on the other side, too. It looked like the whole Lions offense kind of jumped up a half a heartbeat fast on that one that time, too. So, yeah, I think we got a.
So it's a dead ball call. So, and again, if there's a dead ball call, you want to blow the whistle. You don't want anyone to get hurt.
Right.
And so that play never happened. It's going to be 1st and 15. So today I did some investigating on flags. Of course, everyone says it's a yellow flag. Of course, it's really gold. But flags in 1965, that's when they went to the gold.
Okay.
Before that, they were white. And before
Really?
that, when there was a penalty or an infraction on the field, a referee would blow a horn.
A horn.
I'm telling you, I Googled it today.
Not a whistle, but a
oh,
horn.
no. A horn. Well, I actually said a horn, and then they went to whistles. Stacy back to pass, a bubble pass very quickly on the outside, and he does get outside of Gray. Number 4 is running down the field. He's going to be finally brought down at the 47. That's going to be a first down. They isolated him on Gray. Tiber pushed him out at the 47-yard line, but that's going to be a gain of about, 23, 24 yards, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like that time Gray was out. Kyle was out there, too, playing not really a bump coverage anymore, too, really backed off after a long strike earlier, too, and the quarterback picked up on that, did a nice job of isolating him, throwing it out there, but Tiber did a good job coming across the field and making the tackle.
I think what happened after you see the other corner get beat deep, you give a little more room, and they saw that. And that time, as you said, number 4, Barnett, made the play. First down and 10 now for the Lions at the 47. Again, some movement. There's some fumble. There's a fumble, but there's another whistle. The Lions tonight are having a hard time knowing the count.
Yeah, knowing the count.
Something's
also
off.
looks like a little bit of a snap count issue, and also it seems like about every third snap is high right now, too. It looks like their quarterback's really having to just jump up to make the play. So, fortunate right now for the Eagles, but, the Lions got to do a better job of trying to get their snap count down and doing a better job of holding on to the football.
The center, number 51, Hunter Lawson, I don't think he is new per se. And the head coach for Biggersville has seen enough. He has called a timeout. He's not liking what he's seeing there.
Yeah, I think that's not going to be a nice huddle down there right now, Steve. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's just snapping the ball. I mean, this is varsity high school football,
Yeah.
and we just take for granted that you can have a snap. But you and I, ex-college ball player here, and I've seen pro teams screw up a snap.
Well, you can come, and also when you're a center, it gets in your head some too. You start thinking about, gosh, I got to do it right. You start pressing. Once you start pressing, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to do it again. So, looks like the coach is down there having a animated conversation with the players as we speak. So we'll see what happens when Biggersville comes back out on offense again.
It's a beautiful night. It's homecoming here in Biggersville, Mississippi. And we had a little interesting start to the night, but God is good and he's in control because we are not.
That's exactly right, too.
My text is blown up. Why are you guys not on the air?
Yeah.
We'll tell you at another time.
Yeah, I'll tell you another time. Possibly a delayed broadcast a little later on in there, too. So
yes.
Possibly a little bit delayed, so maybe later on we'll get a little airtime with that.
Going to look for some scores here in a minute. If you're just joining us, well, you're joining us after the game. The Eagles are winning 7-6.
Yeah, it looks like now, too, Eagles kind of setting back up. They're on the far side of the field right now, too. Got the Biggersville Lions trotting back out on the field, too. They're hoping they've got everything kind of settled down a little bit now, and let's get back to some football.
So 1st and 15, we saw that a little bit ago, and the Eagles were able to pick up a fumble. Connor Chrisman was. Tiber scores on a 1-yard run. And here's the fake pass and handoff to Bolig, and he gets to the outside, brought down very quickly. He does pick up about 7-8 yards.
Yeah, it looks like a tackle that time. Dason Maloney kind of closed the gap. We also had number 16, Andrew Weddle, come in and help clean up the tackle that time as well.
So Dason Maloney gets the tackle, the assist by Weddle. Brings up 2nd and 8 on that gain. Bolig, number 34, 27 carries before tonight, 139 yards. We talked in the pregame show the Lions have 4 players who have had 20 touches.
Oh.
And tonight we've seen something interesting. Dason Maloney carrying the ball for the Eagles. So another threat other than Tiber. 2nd and 8. Stacy, the quarterback. He fakes the bubble and throws deep. This time Forrest is home. And this time he's going to pick it off, but he's going to be out of bounds. The ref says he's out of bounds. People in the press box are yelling out of bounds.
I think it was out of bounds. I'm going to go with that call, too. But
I wonder who they're rooting for.
Yeah, exactly. Right, but I tell you what, it was a good job that time. Dason going up to the football. Not Dason. Charlie going up for the football that time, staying home. I think the young man learned from his teachable moment. Great job that time dropping back and making a play.
You're not going to play defensive back and not get burned. It's to learn
happen
after you get burned.
Yeah, exactly. Well, unless you're Steve Tiber.
No. I heard it's
your DB days.
No. I was toasted once or twice.
They called you untouchable.
I promise you. No. In my mind, maybe, but not on the field.
Exactly.
3rd down and 7 for the Lions. The ball is right over the midfield line, 49.5 of the Eagles. Eagles show blitz. And here's the handoff. It's a end around. Looks like the Eagles have a play on that. Tiber pushes it back inside, but Matt Cates, what a hit. Matt Cates brings him down after a 2-yard gain. And it's about containing. Their containment was there, and Matt Cates did the job.
Matt Cates did a great job. Zach Tiber right there, too, to kind of push him out. I tell you, one thing I noticed on that play, too, number 56, Leighton Mullins, really getting in the backfield, kind of stirring things up, kicking them out to the outside that time. Nice job, team effort there with Matt Cates cleaning up the tackle.
4:13 left in the first quarter. 4th and 4 for the Lions. The ball is on the 46-yard line, moving right to left. The Eagles, that's right, the TCPS Eagles with their first lead of the year. 1-yard touchdown run by Tiber after the Connor Chrisman fumble recovery. So the Lions will be going for it. And I've seen this so many times over the years. You go with a hard count.
Yep.
And the Eagles jumped off sides, and that's a free one. The Lions picked up a first down. What I mean by a hard count is when the quarterback calls every play, hut, 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 and then this play goes, hut, 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 real loud like that, and Hudson jumped off sides.
Yeah, that's a sophomore right there for you, too. Just a prototypical defensive lineman up there, too. He's just been a great player for all year long. But that's a young man's mistake playing in football right there, too. I know he's got his hands on his hips, kind of hitting his helmet a little bit. I know he's irritated with that, too. But, hey, let's play the bend, don't break right now, too, on the 40-yard line and see what we can do.
Another Sterneggy, Neil Clement's first down. 1st and 10 at the 41. Blake drops back to pass. Stacy throws deep. This time trying to get Gray, and it's caught. It is caught by number 4, Barnett. He out-jumped Gray. It looked like Gray might get the interception, but number 4, he just went a little bit higher than Gray, and the Lions scoring a 41-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, it looked like Kyle went up for the football that time. When he went up for the football, he actually went for the interception versus knocking the ball down. I think on that, it's another teachable moment. When you got a guy that's fast, number 4, Barnett for the Lions, you got to knock that ball down. He's obviously a big play maker for them, and got to knock that ball down. So first touchdown right there, too, and the Lions take the lead again.
So Stacy under center this time. Carroll, the deep back, he gets the ball, but he is met by the Eagles. And who is that?
That looks like Dason Maloney and Zachary Tiber.
There
met
you
him
go.
in the hole again, too.
Your 2 senior leaders step up and make a play, and the Lions do score a touchdown, but they do not get the conversion. So Biggersville will go up by the score of 12-7 now.
Hey, tell you what, I like what I've seen so far from, besides obviously the 2 big plays that we've seen so far, too. We're getting penetration on the line right now, too. We're able to get through. We just got to continue to control these big plays and keep some containment.
So the Lions will now kick off the ball. The big play again. The big plays have haunted the Eagles tonight.
And all season.
Absolutely. Blake Stacy throws his second TD pass of the night, a 41-yard strike to Barnett. Blake Stacy now is 3 of 4 for about 119 yards unofficially.
He's pretty good, too, really laying the ball up, letting the wide receiver go get it, too. Got a good long ball he's throwing down the field, too. Nice tight spiral. So you got to give it to Blake. He's doing a good job.
And, Gray was there.
He was.
Gray was there, but Barnett came back, and it's kind of like a rebound in basketball. Whoever goes up the highest gets the rock.
Yep.
And that time Barnett won that battle.
Yeah, when you got a big man like Barnett going down the field, you almost just got to knock the ball down. Just knock it down and live to play another down. But, hey, here we go, too, getting the football back. Let's see what we can do with it this time, see if we can regain the leads for the Eagles.
The kickoff by the Lions. Let's see this time if they go back to Tiber. No, they go to number 2. And actually, there's a flag on the ground. And they're going to – usually when a flag goes on the ground, right when the kicker kicks the ball and you hear the whistle, that means the kicking team jumped off sides.
Yeah, I think that's what we had. Looked like on the left side that time, too. One of the guys were off sides. Trying to get just a little bit too early of a jump.
That was a short kick. It was caught by Dason Maloney at the 35, and he looked like he was going to run, and why not? I mean, he's used to he's an expert now. He's carried the ball twice tonight.
Yeah, he's got this stuff down pat, too.
Come on, you're a senior, man. Got to get an ESPN. You never know.
He's a warrior, too. I tell you what, I wouldn't mind having the ball in his hands or any of our guys that are running the football right now. We can take it. Just got to, continue to drop that head and move forward. Here it is.
So here's another kick. This time it goes back to Forrest. He gets to the 15. He goes to the 25, 30. He gets outside. Nice move. Keeps his feet moving. Goes to the 38-yard line. Good job by Forrest there. He started at the 15 and the 38. 25-yard kickoff return. And the TCPS Eagles will start still again with some very good field position at their 38-yard line.
Yeah, almost got a late hit that time, too. I don't know if you saw that when we came in. We had one of our players come in a little late that time, too, but fortunate not to get that. But first down and 10 on the 38 on our 38-yard line.
This time the Eagles come out with 2 wide receivers, an I. They have a tight end and number 16, Weddle. The up back is Dason Maloney. So the big change tonight is they've moved Weddle to tight end, and they've moved Maloney to the fullback. He's one of the smallest fullbacks I've ever seen. And the quick hitters worked with him, and he's done a good job blocking for Tiber as well. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. The senior Tyler Beard takes the snap from center, gives it to Dason Maloney. It's a quick hitter, picks up 4 yards. And what that quick hitter does, it opens up an opportunity for the quick pitch to Tiber if they have to start focusing on that.
Well, you start quick hitter right through the front right there, just a quick right off your guard, right off your tackle every time. You start looking, you almost have to crash the box, and it's going to open up that outside. Like I said, you play the cat and mouse game to try to really free up a lane on the outside.
So 3 carries now for Maloney for 22 yards. He's the leading rusher. And now at fullback is Weddle. In motion is Forrest. Here's a quick pitch to Tiber. Good crack back. He cuts back to the inside, keeps his feet moving, and he'll fall forward to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line.
Wow, not real sure what happened in the back that time, too. I see a Biggersville player with his head rolling, and our guy gets pushed down, and referee looks at both of them like, I guess we're just playing football. Almost thought a personal foul should be called there, but still playing football, 3rd down and 7.
So Tiber picks up, they're going to be about 2 yards short, 2.5 yards short for the Eagles. Thought he had a better opportunity not to cut back and go to the sideline on that one. He thought he saw something. Let's see, Eagles now in a power I, 3rd and 2. Here's a quick hitter up the middle to Weddle, and he's going to fall forward, and it's going to be a Sternagee Neil Clements first down because he needed 3 and he got 4.
Nice job that time, too, by Andrew Weddle, kind of dropping that. It looked like he almost kind of ferreted his way through a hole there, too. He had a host of lions on top of him there, but all of a sudden he pops out on the other end. Got a Neil Clements, Sternagee first down.
So the Eagles already about 60 yards on the ground, 4 different players carrying the football. 1st and 10 right at midfield. Tyler Beard gives a quick hitter again to Dason Maloney, and here comes a flag from the umpire. Usually that means holding.
Yeah, it looked like he threw it towards the left side of the line that time. Couldn't tell who was doing it. It's a big scrum going on. We wouldn't have gotten probably 2 or 3 yards on the carry right up the middle, but it looks like we got a holding call.
I haven't seen a holding call called on the Eagles all year long, so let's see if that's what it is. And, yes, they're talking to Biggersville. So it'd be 2nd and 8, or they'll move him back 10 yards, so that play never happened.
Yeah, I'd take the yardage right here, too, always, too. If you can move somebody back 10 yards, 1st and 20, take it all day long. So looks like we're going to start from the hole here this time.
So we've seen 2 holding calls tonight, and this is our 4th game. I don't know if we've seen 1 holding call in 3 games.
I can't remember a holding call, too, but not. They always say the age-old story, you can call holding on every down if you wanted to. So, sure, something's going on down there, too. Maybe it's a tough matchup with one of our linemen right now, too, but let's see if we can get this corrected. Still 1st down and 20.
Forrest now at tailback. Tiber's out of the ball game. Tyler Beard tries to bootleg it. He gets to the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet moving. He'll pick up about 4 yards on that play.
Looked like almost a power eye, just quarterback sweep. Catch the ball, fake the pitch, take off around the left side, too, with 3 lead blockers. Get back a little bit positive yards. I think one thing we've got to do on that, Steve, is maybe not go so deep when we take that pitch. Kind of take it and cut up a little bit quicker there. But positive yardage, we'll take it. 2nd down, and looks like 16.
And that's something you could point on a film, because you're right. He kind of did. He kind of took it
about 5 yards deep.
Yeah. And if he ran a little bit more parallel to the line, he might have had a better chance to gain more yardage.
Yep.
2nd and 14 for the Eagles after the holding call. Tiber comes in motion. And here's a pass, and it's thrown to Forrest, and he's caught, catches it, and Forrest is going to pick up about 8 yards on that play. It was another jump ball. It looked like the Lion player wanted to come down with it, but no, Forrest out-jumped him on that one.
Yeah, Tyler didn't get what he wanted to on that football. Had a little bit of wobble to it when he threw it. Didn't have the zip on it, too, but great job that time by Charlie Forrest to go up and fight it out with Darius Carroll. Their captain, senior defensive back this year. So way to win the battle right there. 3rd down and 6. We're sitting with still some life.
And so there you go. That's the end of the first quarter here tonight in Biggersville, Mississippi. Biggersville scores first on a 56-yard touchdown pass to Nash from Blake Stacy. That happened in the first quarter with 10:25. They went up 6-0. They missed they don't have a kicker, so they went for 2. The pass was incomplete. Then after the Connor Chrisman fumble recovery, Tiber with a 1-yard run, Chrisman with the extra point. Eagles had their first year of the lead, went up 7-6. Then with 3:27 the first quarter, Barnett, 41-yard touchdown pass from Stacy, his second one of the game. Biggersville's leading this one 12-7. But so far, you've got to be encouraged, Greg.
I am extremely encouraged. I tell you what, too, to be in the ball game right now, too. The way it's happened the last few ball games, too, with the big plays, with whatever has caused it. We've been pretty much out of the ball game after the first or second quarter.
Yeah.
So
it seems that way,
yeah,
right?
It really did, too. Obviously, it's not over till the last whistle blows. But I tell you one thing, too, I'm encouraged. The guys are pumped up. You can see how they're moving around on the sideline over there, too. They're feeling it. So, live to play another game. We've won the second half in the last 2 ball games we played. So carry over that momentum. Let's see what happens.
It would be fun to go into the second half in a ball game because, you and I, we do our best to try to keep it somewhat entertaining in spite of me and in the score. But, hey, I want to thank Scott Burns, DJ Live. He's here producing once again. Thank you to Scott.
Doing a fine job over there, too, Mr. Burns, as you're sitting in. I get the thumbs up from it. It's a nice job.
So Tyler Beard and the Eagles looking for a first down, probably 4-down territory. The ball's on the 47, the I formation, and offsides on Biggersville. So, hey, it worked for you, so now it's going to work for us.
Hey, I like the play call that time, too. Hey, it worked one way. We're going to over-pursue. They think we're going to run the ball right through the middle. Hard snap count again, too. Give us 5 yards, 3rd and short now.
That is the 5th penalty on Biggersville. 5 penalties for a total of 25 yards. 30 yards. And so instead of 3rd and 7, now 3rd and 2. The ball at the 42. Kyle Gray closest to us as a 1 wide receiver. Forrest off the line, I formation. Tyler Beard takes a snap, gives it to Tiber, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are having a hard time, unless the quick hitter, running the ball up the middle.
Yeah, it looks like that time he was met by number 76, Wesley Shadburn, met him in the hole. The 6'4", 272 lineman, defensive tackle, met him in the hole that time. Nowhere to go for Tiber.
Got a young gentleman in the press box pointing, saying, "It's my son." Well, he doesn't know his son, just gobbled up my
your
son.
All
right, well,
and he did a good job of it, too.
He did. I'd like to know where the blockers were on that one.
Yeah,
but
not a good job that time, too. Big man came through the hole that time, made a play.
Actually, Dason Maloney's at center right now. Okay, they're going to punt the ball. So Mullins is going to punt the ball unless there's something unique here. You never know. Mullins does punt it, and he does not get a punt off at all. It is a 2-yard punt. So it's going to get an Eagle bounce and maybe get 7 yards out of it. But the second punt of the year that Mullins has just got to be frustrated. You got to get more than, if not, you might as well just go for it.
Yeah, it always says, too, you always tell a punter, point your toe. And it almost looks like, I know we're sitting up here in the press box, but he almost curled his foot up that time, too, or maybe just didn't hit it just right. I'm not sure. But not a real good kick that time, too. Obviously, Biggersville now sitting on the 36-yard line, and good field position start for the Lions.
So, again, if you knew that you were not going to get a good punt, probably would have went for it. But, again, Holiday trying to pin back the Lions. 11 minutes and 4 seconds in the second quarter, 12-7 Biggersville. It's been a big play night, 2 for the Lions, 1 for the Eagles. 2 scores for the Lions, 1 for the Eagles.
Looks like we're still playing off the line about 10 yards off the wide receivers.
A lot of movement. Stacy drops back to pass. He's rushed, and they're going to sack him. Oh, no, he gets away. No, they bring him down at the 17-yard line. And, boy, if he would have went down when they first hit him, he would have lost 7 or 8 yards, but he's going to end up losing 19 yards on that play.
Why, nice job that time, too, by number 16 freshman Andrew Weddle, getting back there, too, and helping. Little assist with Connor Chrisman also back there to help clean up on the sack.
So who got the sack?
I'm going to give Weddle the sack on that one, and we're going to give Chrisman the assist.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. So Weddle picks up his first sack of the year, the freshman. That's the second sack of the year for the Eagles. Have not done a great job of getting penetration, but tonight a little bit better doing that. So that's 2nd down and 27. And corners, you're told right now to stay back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to give the cushion this time. We're giving 10 yards, no doubt, too, especially with your dual threats on the outside.
Yeah, watch the quick slant, though. Sometimes he's when you give too much room. This time the quarterback drops back. He throws deep. The ball's up in the air. And this time, it's caught again. You got to be kidding me. Gray was the cornerback, and he did not turn around to look for the ball.
It almost looks like it's the age-old story. Don't try to look back for the ball, then turn back around and look at your guy, too. You've almost got to just focus on your guy. Great throw again this time. Great catch that time by number 4, Barnett. And back down here again on the 38-yard lines, 39-yard lines. And Lions are in business.
So when the ball was thrown by Stacy at first, you're thinking the safety or the corner would have a chance to make a pick, but they didn't look for the ball.
No, they didn't look for the ball. He looked back at his guy, which is something that you can't do because as soon as you look up, you look back, you look up, you're losing ground the whole time. So
Sternay Neil Clements first down, 1st and 10 for the Lions, 33-yard line. Stacy, high snap, and he's going to run to the outside, and a good job by the Eagles. Cates brings him down very quickly, solo tackle. A little help by Maloney as well.
And also, it's actually Hudson that time that stepped up, number 75, and made that play.
All right.
And nice job, Maloney. Zachary Tiber kind of contained him back to the middle. So
containment on the run has been a little bit better for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, it really has. Really has. Been impressed so far with how actually Cates not in the ball game right now. Must be getting a breather. We've got a little bit smaller defensive line up there right now with Hudson and number 62. Who do we have up there? 61, Emory Mullins.
2nd down and 8 for the Lions. A little over 9 minutes in the second quarter. He hands it off to number 5, Davis, and he is tackled very quickly.
Late flag.
Flag's going to come in. Usually something like that is going to either be holding or a face mask.
Yeah, I think 56 Mullins got in that time to make the play. Not sure what the flag was for that time.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. The umpire, that's his 4th flag of the night. This umpire likes throwing his flag.
I think he does.
He thinks he's on TV.
Okay, I got you.
That's all right. It could be his father.
He likes that flag.
I've never seen so many fouls called by an umpire in my life. I've only been doing this about 30 years. But
they're flying tonight. They're flying tonight.
Wow.
Flag happy.
Interesting.
Face mask call,
Face mask.
resulting in a first down. Ball
First down for the Lions on that penalty. That's their 4th first down of the night. TCPS has 2. 1st and 10 at the 22. Clock is running. Lions lead 12-7. They are undefeated, 1-0, beating Hulka last week. Stacy, the quarterback. Bolig is the lone, again, movement, but no flag. A quick hitter, and he overthrows his intended receiver, number 13.
Nice job that time. Cal Gray was right on top of number 13.
Nash. Yep.
Nash for the Lions. So nice job that time staying home and staying with your guy.
And Gray's been there. I mean, I'll give Gray credit. He's there just as a quarterback when you're playing zone. You keep the wide receiver in front of you, and you look for the ball.
Yep.
And it looked like that last play could have been. And again, it is what it is. He's got a lot of time tonight to make it right. And I know that no one wants that more than number 80, Gray. 2nd and 10 now for the Lions. Nash is the wide receiver closest to us. Bolig is the lone running back. Fake handoff, rolls right, has some time, throws in the middle. Oh, it's caught. Nice catch. And we're going to get a flag. And I would think you're going to get number 18, Weddle, with roughing the quarterback.
Yeah, it looked like that time roughing the quarterback.
Wow.
It was
passer is the call.
it was kind of down here right in the crowd. I couldn't see it, too, but I know it was very late when it happened there, too. So tough call that time for the Eagles.
So it would have been a first down to the 12-yard line. They'll tack on half the distance. It'll be first and goal from the 6-yard line. The Eagles now with their 4th penalty of the night. I put down 15 yards, but it will only be 6 yards because it's half the distance. And so, again, the mistakes tonight, the muffed punt, the bad punt, gave the Lions great field position. And, again, there's 3 or 4 plays tonight. The Eagles are in the game down 12-7. But too many opportunities tonight given to the Lions.
Yeah, long ball opportunities and also penalties, something that we haven't seen that much of.
No, we have not.
Had a lot of penalties so far, so got to get some correction on that pretty quick.
Stacy gives it to Bolig, but he's going to be brought down right away by Weddle. And a fumble on the play, but it's Blake Stacy that falls on it.
It was actually Connor Chrisman, number 18, that time stepped up and made that play for us. Great job that time by closing the gap. So
okay, and I'm sorry. So Weddle did not have the roughing the passer. That was
Chrisman.
That was Connor Chrisman as well.
My number right on that?
Yeah, you are number 18.
Yep.
So I apologize to Weddle.
He's looking around going,
yeah,
"That's not
come
me."
on, man.
Come on, man.
Loss of 8 yards on the rush.
But Connor, that time made up for it. I got to give him a good job getting back there and wrapping up the quarterback, bringing him down.
2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. Stacy, 2 touchdown passes already. Carroll is the deep back on the I. Double tight end, drops back to pass, and he's rushed. He's got to throw it up in a hurry. He's going to throw it out of the back of the end zone. Good coverage by Trussell there.
Nice job staying at home that time by Trussell, too. Looked like almost a little misdirection fake, then come back out of the pass, too. Good pursuit that time by the Eagles. So here we go, 3rd down.
So definitely 4-down territory. So we know the Lions have 2 downs to score. They're on the 14-yard line. Clock is stopped, 7:15 left in the 2nd quarter. Lions up 12-7. They are moving from our left to our right.
I look for a challenge in the corner here by number 4. Quick pass off to the outside right here if I were the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the start by the defensive back on that side, they're going to probably go back up there, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw it up and let him go get it, and he did. So for the 3rd time tonight, he outjumps the cornerback, and once again, and if I'm the Eagles right now, I'll probably look to maybe making a move there because right now they've got him on an island, and his confidence has got to be shaken up.
Yeah, that time, too, throws it up. He was behind the receiver that time, too, but he almost set back and waited that time, Steve, and we got to just give a little bit more push. It's too easy of a catch for him to go up and go get it.
I'm wondering if they might just put Tiber at that corner. That's the spot he's played over years past because right now they're not getting beat on the run. They're getting beat by the pass, and mainly it's been in that one spot. So the Lions score with 7:12 left in the first half.
18-7 score, too. Still a achievable goal, but we got to turn some things pretty quick.
The Eagles are going to stop the run. It's going to be for the third time tonight after touchdown. No conversion. And so Biggersville leads 18-7. They're up by 9, and I would expect the Eagles to make some adjustments.
Yeah, you think so too. I already see some of our coaches here in the booth already talking about a few changes stuff. I think we're going to see a change on the defensive back position next series on defense.
That's tough too when you're out there and you're all alone. Everyone knows you're all alone, and you're just not getting the job done. And, you feel bad for the kid because he's in position.
Yeah, he's in position, too. It's just it looks like, too, number 4, Barnett can really jump out of the gym, too. He does a good job of going up, getting the football, too. Obviously, we've got a good quarterback that can lay the ball up high, and he's just out jumping right now. When you got a 6-foot, 181-pound wide receiver going out there, and he's going against a 5'5", 170-pound DB, it's a mismatch.
Yeah, it's tough. So the Eagles will try to shake that off. Forrest deep, Tiber deep as well. They're in this ball game down by 11.
Do we see anything you think we still go, the Lions still go deep with the football this time?
Yeah, I think they probably do, unless the coach just feels like the Eagles have a great return game, and there's got to be another no offsides call. Go figure. Forrest is going to pick it up at the 5-yard line after a bounce. He cuts to the 20, cuts right. He's got some room. He cuts back to the middle to the 30, and now there's a flag on the ground. I have not seen, I don't care who it's on, flags are left and right tonight.
They're all over the place.
Wow.
Too. We've seen a lot of football already this year.
Play. I don't care who it's on.
Put the flag in your pocket, ref. Let's let both sides play football. This is getting a little crazy.
Unbelievable. And again, it could be on the Lions.
It could be on either side. Let either team
play. That's
play.
like the 13th flag in a quarter in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you what, this kind of game, too, sometimes the refs tend to get a little flag happy, wanting to get their spotlight a little bit, too. But right now, let's let them play.
Huh. Okay, illegal use of hands on the Eagles.
Yeah.
Replacement refs.
Gosh, they must be.
Oh, my
straight
gosh.
out of the NFL wanting to get a little play time. I try not to complain about them, but it's getting a little crazy out there right now.
It doesn't matter. On both sides. They called
both sides.
6 penalties on Biggersville, 6 on the Eagles, 12 penalties, and we're not even through the, I don't know.
Over the top.
And, you can call something all the time, but Eagles take a timeout. So here we are in the first quarter. Biggersville leading 18-7. Coach Holliday getting some water to his troops.
I think it's a good time right now, too, to give some of our sponsors a quick kudos. I want to thank Heartland Siding is proud to be a repeat sponsor of TCPS football. Heartland Siding is located in Tupelo at All-American Vinyl Siding Supply on North Veterans. Thank you to Heartland Siding for sponsoring the 2012 TCPS football. Also want to thank Rebel Lanes, located in Tupelo, is excited to be a sponsor of TCPS football. Rebel Lanes is located on Robert E. Lee Drive, providing bowling services for the family. Thank you to Rebel Lanes for being a part of the 2012 TCPS football season.
So if you want to know why we're not broadcasting live and you're watching a tape broadcast, the principal here at Biggersville met us at the gate and said that you will not be broadcasting here live. I've been doing this for 4 years. I've done this in multiple states. Never has that happened before. I asked him why, Greg, and he says you're going to hurt our gate.
Yeah, and I guess I can see that to a point, but there again too, you've got people that can't make it to the football game, people that can't be here, and
come on, Greg, we're 1A football.
Yeah, exactly.
So what? 5 people stayed home? I mean,
yeah,
cut me a break.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that in my entire life.
It was an interesting conversation.
Oh yeah,
it really was.
And we're leaving a lot out. Let's just say he had a lot of passion. And we just we did the Romans 13, submit to authority. Tyler Beard rolls right on a naked bootleg. He gets 7 yards. He keeps going to the 30, 35. He's taken out at the 36-yard line. Gain of 16 yards on the play.
Yeah, great job that time rolling around the side. Looked like number 23, Terrell Harvell, the outside linebacker, came in to close the gap that time. But great job, great play call, too. A naked bootleg rolling out around the right side.
And the interesting thing about it, we'd be broadcasting the game for homecoming during Biggersville. I mean, they would have got equal,
Yeah.
You stand there, you just scratch your head, but.
Live to play another
Oh,
day.
yes. Tyler Beard at quarterback, the power eye. Quick hitter up the middle is going to be met very quickly. Dason Maloney gets about a yard.
Yeah, not getting a real push like we were in the first quarter right now, too. It's almost meeting at a stalemate right there in the hole. our guys right when they're getting to the line, it's almost a face-to-face battle. So.
Dason Maloney, that's his 4th carry, 23 yards on the night for Maloney. He had a nice 15-yard run on that first drive. And I believe we're going to get a timeout called. 6:17 left in the second quarter. Biggersville up 18-7.
Or 6 for $5.
Yeah, that was an interesting start to the night.
Yeah, it really was, too. I think you did exactly right, though, like you said, too. Sometimes you just have to submit to authority. So, not sure what the thought process was there as well. I know we don't agree with it, but, we're just going to live to play another day.
So if you're home, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna move on. 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Tiber's carried the ball 6 times tonight.
I think we've got our heat timeout this time.
Oh, yeah, no heat tonight, not like it's been.
Yeah, we still get to milk that heat timeout for, about another 2 weeks, is that right? And then they remove it, is that right?
Yeah, I think it's October 1st.
October 1st is when it goes. Okay, so we got a few more ball games still with heat time. I like the call, actually, too. We're playing high school football.
Sure.
Let's keep the kids healthy, give them an extra swig of water, and, I'm glad the MHSAA did that. So I think it's a smart call.
2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Not much running available on the inside of the tackles. Let's see if the Eagles attack the outside. And, yes, they do, a sweep. And the ball is a bad pitch and kicked around. Tiber falls on it.
Yeah, it looked like the pitch was a little bit behind Tiber right there that time, too. Just had to drop and fall. 3rd down and looks like 3rd down and 16. Or 3rd down and 15, excuse me.
So the little things just aren't going right for the Eagles now. They were in the ball game with the lead 7-6. But just, a couple little things here and there. 3rd down and 15. Most likely a passing play.
Looks like we got Hardigan and Forrest on the outside. Timeout Eagles, though. Take a little time to talk about it and think about it.
Yeah, Coach Holliday didn't like that set. Someone either didn't line up right or just wasn't set up right. Pretty passionate over there. I see who he's talking to, but I'm going to defend this young man. It's not a family member, I'll say that. So I don't want anyone to think I'm covering up for number 24. But,
exactly.
One of his senior partners there getting challenged by Coach Holliday not being lined up in the right spot. So that's the second timeout called by the Eagles. Want to thank Rebel Lanes located in Tupelo. They're excited to sponsor TCPS football. Maloney Glass and Overhead Door. They are located on Robert E. Lee Drive in Tupelo. Heartland Siding. They're back again.
Also want to thank North Mississippi Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery located in Tupelo, Corinth, and South Haven as well. Thanks to have a repeat sponsor there this year as well.
Coldwater is beating Thrasher 12-7 in the second quarter. I'll get on Twitter here and start reading off some of these scores. 3rd down and 15 for the Eagles. Forrest comes in motion, and it's a fumble. It looked like a direct snap. Just the little things right now. Going backwards is not what you want to be doing.
Looked like it was going to be a speed sweep, naked speed sweep on the right side. They were stacked strong on the left, naked speed sweep on the right, and just quarterback to running back, slot back exchange at time. Just turned into a real issue right now.
Mullins hoping better than a 6-yard punt than he had last time.
Here's the snap.
And it is a much better kick. He kicks it to the 50. It bounces to the 45, to the 40. It's picked up by a Biggersville player. He goes backwards to the 35, to the 30, and he tries to get outside of Forrest. I don't know why he picked that up. He loses about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, not real sure what that call was. Probably going to get an earful from your coach that time, too. Obviously, he's a playmaker. He comes up limping from the play, too. A lot of times when you roll back like that, you're trying to make something happen, but it always ends in disaster 90% of the time.
Vardaman beating Smithville 7-0 in the second quarter. Amory 14, Okolona 0. Aberdeen 12-0 over West Bolivar. West Monroe and Madison are tied at 7. So I sent a tweet out what happened here tonight, and it's kind of gone viral.
Has it?
WTVA, Dallas Journal, Northeast Mississippi. It's going to be some interesting press.
Wow.
Because
so WTVA and everybody's talking about it now. Wow.
Interesting. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Same formation. Good job by he does make the play. It was a end around by one of the backs.
Nice job of staying home that time by Tiber. It almost looks like the running back was going to bounce off him. He kind of grabbed him by the shoestring, held on. Whatever you got to do, just grab him by his ear, toe, whatever you got to do to get him down. So
Yep.
second down and 6.
Someone moved my paper. That that carry by Carroll.
Must have been Scott.
No.
I think
He's
it was
over here. He's
probably me. I think I moved your paper.
He's posting on Facebook because people are looking for the game. I've had about 5 texts. Where's the game? 2nd and 7 for the Lions. And end around. No, it looks like they're going to sack him. They do.
Nice
So the
job.
Eagles, a lot of misdirection, but nothing happening there. And number 18, Connor Chrisman, picks up the sack.
Well, he's a rabid beast tonight. I
He
got to tell
is.
you, Mr. Chrisman came to play. So
He's playing with some passion.
he really is. I like it. I like the way he's getting back. That's what, 2nd or 3rd sack for him tonight, too. So impressive job that tonight by Mr. Chrisman from the right defensive end.
5th tackle of the night by Chrisman. We always look for players of the game, win or loss. Dason Maloney week 1, Tiber week 2 and 3. Connor Chrisman making a statement tonight. 3rd and 16 for the Lions.
I think I'd look right side, long pass. They don't have number 4 in there this time, too, with him hobbling on the sideline. They got Peyton Nash, number 13, spread out long over here, too. Let's see if they go back to the right side.
Stacy hands off to 5 Carroll. He gets outside and maybe gets 3 yards. Brought down by Tiber. He says, not on my watch.
There you go. It's a way to string him outside. Nice job that time by the left side of the defensive line, stringing him out with Cates and Mullins really pushing him out. Tiber meeting him when he comes around the side, drag him and push him out of bounds.
4th down and 11. The Eagles force the Lions to punt. 2:54. Tiber playing strong safety. I thought they might make a switch with him and the cornerback that was struggling tonight, but they did not.
Deep in there. Now they're going to the punt formation.
Back to punt is the quarterback, Stacy, and the timeout has to be called by the Lions there. Looked like the clock was running, or not running, but was afraid that 25-second clock would go off. Let me look at some other scores. I need my glasses.
You need me to read them for you, Steve?
No. Smithville Oklahoma, I got that score. Amory 16 over 8 over Oklahoma. Corinth 14, New Albany 0 at halftime. Aberdeen leads West Bolivar. Okay, 20-0. I'm not making it up. Vardaman 13, Smithville nothing. And here tonight it's 18-7 Biggersville. Homecoming night. We weren't really welcomed with open arms, but everyone in the press box is super nice.
They've been extremely nice.
Yeah.
I've been very appreciative of the press box.
Press
tonight.
box people, they're like the best press box people we've seen all year.
I think you walked in with that northern accent. They just didn't like you very much.
They heard the northern accent. They heard the northern accent. They all hid their wallets. Did you see that? They all
Must be a mafia man.
They hid their purses and wallets because they heard me speak.
Must be a mafia man.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Stacy, nope. Now he's going to drop back. Tiber goes back to get this punt return. Punt is away. Tiber will catch it at the 42. Gets upfield, moves to the 50 to the 45. Picks up 14 yards on that punt return.
I tell you, with 2 minutes and 46 seconds sitting on the Lions' 45-yard line, 46-yard line, we're in business, Steve. Mike could get a quick score right here at the end and kind of close that gap a little bit going into halftime.
And you have a timeout, too, for Holiday. So even if the run, if they do move the ball on the ground, of course the clock stops whenever you get a first down. So you got to move the chains, and you might have to take a shot here.
Yeah, I think here eventually, too. We haven't seen a deep threat ball thrown down ball going down the field today, so we might see one, too. I see out wide. We've got Charlie Forrest out wide on the right side.
Hardigan down here at wide receiver. Looked like he was going to do a quick hitter. Oh, nice block in the backfield by 24 Tiber. And Tyler Beard turns to the field, runs out of bounds. The clock will stop on that. Second, gain about 5 yards. Tiber had a monster hit on the big boy, number 76. Those big ones, when they fall, don't they?
I'll tell you what.
Like a big oak tree.
He had gotten in the backfield, too, was really back there, kind of stirred up the play anyway. Wesley Shadburn that time, too. Tiber just had to get under him. Big man, 272, 6'4", too. The only thing you do is go low, man, go low.
So the guy two guys over, that's his son, the big boy that just went down. But he got Tiber early in the game, so it's 1-1.
They're 1-1 right now.
All right, we'll see who wins. I'll tell you what, his son's like a big oak tree, man.
He
is huge.
Large man out there.
Tyler Beard, quick hitter up the middle. No, nothing there. That quick hitter now is being stuffed.
Yeah, it's been stuffed 3 times now for sure. The last 3 times we've seen nothing out of it. So going to have to do something, trying to force the ball outside a little bit right now, whether it's quick pass, quick pitch, whatever. Got to get the ball outside.
Tiber's only had 6 carries tonight. We're almost done with the first half. And it's been an interesting flow of the game here. Really? Clock is running 2:10, 3rd and 4. Power I now. You take a chance, you go wide. Good block. He cuts back in the middle. You know, when you're out there leading them, you got to throw a block. And that time, the Power I didn't throw a block. Does pick up a couple yards on the play. Brings up 4th down in about 3.
You almost run sometimes when you're the blocker going out through there. You're looking, your head's on a swivel. Just hit the nearest guy to you with a different colored jersey. And got to have a little bit more protection out there when our running backs are going on an outside sweep.
0-3, I think you go for this. I don't think you punt the ball.
No, we don't punt the football right here, too. Not in my mind. We're still sitting on their 40-yard line.
Look for the hard count. And actually, a player's going to have to come off because he's bleeding. Of course, in athletics, both high school, collegiate, if someone is bleeding, that has to be bandaged up.
I think you have to come out for one play, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the new rule with helmets. Your helmet comes off, you've got to come out for a play. Well, here are the Eagles going to try to move the ball, and why not go for it? They're at the 40-yard line, 4th and 2. Tyler Beard, Power I behind him, tries to get the loud count. He doesn't. He drops back the pass. He throws it deep. He's got Forrest. Forrest doesn't come up with it. Good breakup there by number 32, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think, is that 32? Can't tell. 23, I'm sorry. Number 23, Terrell Harville breaks up the pass that time, too. Looks like Charlie had him beat on a long throw. He laid the ball up a little bit too high that time, Steve. You got to throw a little bit more, let him run and go get it, give your wide receiver a chance to make the play. So turnover right there on downs, 1st down, the Lions.
Let's see if they attack that corner that they've been attacking tonight. Again, a little surprised the Eagles are staying in this formation. I mean, it's definitely a passing situation. But, you know, when you have senior cornerbacks, you know, this is your time to shine. And we've all been there. We've all struggled before.
Yeah, look for the pass, though. Looking long ball here with not much time left. So
here's the fake handoff. Stacy drops back. He's going to look to throw. He throws deep. And the ball is incomplete, throws it out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
Nice pressure that time by the Eagles. Looked like Matt Cates was a man on a mission that time, too, trying to close the gap. Big number 79, junior this year, coming in, closing the gap, putting a nice pressure on your quarterback. But I absolutely went to the right side again, trying to throw to number 13 on looked like a post, a long post going across the middle of the field.
I want to thank North Mississippi Oral Maxillofacial Surgery. Special thank you to Leland Crispin, the entire staff. They're located at 1031 South Madison Street in Tupelo. 2nd down and 10. Lions up 18-7. Homecoming night. Everyone's looking great for the most part, except Greg and I. Everyone else looks great here. And
we got those faces for radio, Steve, you know.
Dayson Maloney jumped off sides. He tried to time it.
Flags on the play.
Yep, flag on the play right there, too. I think it was a little bit of a jump that time.
Yeah. You know, he guessed there and guessed wrong.
We got to give the ref a kudos that time. That was a nice call that time. That time.
That was an obvious one.
That was an obvious one.
5-yard penalty, 2nd and 5. And right now you just want to get to halftime down 18-7. So they have made some changes. They've actually swapped the corners. They've put Forrest on the Biggersville side, and they put Gray on the Eagles side. Safety tonight is a freshman. Lehman Bunch is out for the year, and Taylor Beard's not playing. So the Eagles down to 16 varsity players. Stacy drops back to pass, a quick hitter to number 4, and a good play there by Forrest. Good job, comes up and sticks and pushes him out of bound. And a gain of 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, nice job that time, too. Like you said, I think the swap worked for us that time. They tried the little quick pass to the flats, net number 4 in the hole that time, too. Nice job by Charlie closing the gap.
Barnett makes the play. Forrest does a good job coming up and makes the stick. He does push him out of bounds, so the clock did stop. Stacy looking at the coach, looking for the play. Little animated there, and the coach gives it to him, and so the Lions come to the line of scrimmage. Nice crowd here tonight. Very nice crowd, actually. One of the bigger crowds we've seen this year. Probably the biggest. Here comes the handoff to number 34, the running back, and he's met by Dason Maloney. He looks like he's going to be about a half yard short. Dason Maloney makes the tackle along with Chrisman.
Yep, looks like 4th down and a 3 inches, maybe.
And here's what's interesting. If you go for it and you don't get it, the Eagles get the ball.
Yeah, I think right now, too, they're going to probably try the quarterback sneak with the
Why
big
not?
man. Yeah.
And he's going to pick it up. He's going to pick up 1 yard. Stacy does. Little extra activity there between Maloney and Chrisman and a couple of the Lions. Gain of 2 on the play. Tackle by Cates and Hudson.
9-yard line. 1st and 10 Lions.
Clock should be running. I believe there's 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Lions are moving. Coach Halliday calls a timeout.
I think he didn't see exactly what he wanted right there, too. I was kind of hoping that clock would just keep on a-ticking that time, too.
Wow.
But, hey, get a timeout, 5 seconds left, regroup, make sure you've got your men in place, and, got to have a chance.
Well, Coach Halliday, 8 seconds. The clock was running, and he calls a timeout. In essence, gives Biggersville a chance to regroup. And I think Coach Halliday is believing he's better off calling a timeout to make sure his defense is set. I would think you would see 4 deep, probably Tiber dropping back as well.
Yeah, definitely in some kind of dime package here. Some way, somehow, just get everybody deep, keep everything in front of you.
So the Eagles are in the ball game, down 18-7. Timeout, the last one by the Eagles. Lions up 18-7. Stacy has 3 touchdown passes. Very easily, 2 of them could have been picked off, but were not. The first one tonight was to, he was wide open on that first one. Who was the first one to? That was to Nash.
And the last 2 have been to number 4,
Yeah,
is that
Barnett.
Right? Number 4,
Yeah,
Barnett,
Barnett.
too, on the right side.
So Nash, number 13, is up top. They have Tiber back at safety. They have Gray and Forrest back deep. Stacy is in the shotgun. Behind him is number 34, Bolig. Here comes the snap. Lions drops back to the right, throws over the middle, and is picked off by Gray. And he returns it back to the 30, to the 35, and he falls. He literally just falls. So nice play by Gray with the interception. And as he's returning the play, he just trips on his own feet.
Yeah, it looked like the 40-yard line grabbed him that time and threw him down, too. So,
now, there is a flag on the play. If the flag is on the Lions, the Eagles will get 1 and time down.
Yeah, I think it was looked like a block in the back, clipping right there. Time runs out, so looks like we'll be at halftime.
Great. Another penalty flag thrown, and that one is on the Eagles, and that will be it. So we're at the end of the first half. The Lions, big plays tonight, have been the difference, 18-7. They've had 3 big plays. The Eagles won. And we are at halftime, and the Eagles are not shut out, and they're in a ball game.
Yep, exactly, too. Hey, small improvements right now, too, to be in the ball game, too. Again, big plays are what's killing us right now. The long ball down the sideline is just lighting us up as we speak, and penalties. I think we talked about it. Well, we've got some flag-happy refs on both sides. I think seen more yellow than a school bus out there on the field in the first half. So hopefully both teams will clean it up a little bit, Steve, and see a little bit cleaner second half.
Couple scores: Aberdeen over West Bolivar. I told you earlier, 12-0. Vardaman 13-0 over Smithville. Last week, Vardaman pulls a nice win against Faulkner. Bentonville leads. Who they lead? A touchdown over South Panola. Okay,
wow.
28-6. Amory 16-8 over Okolona.
You got it. Okay. It's break time. You want a drink?
Corinth 14, New Albany 0 at halftime. I think I already said that one. You can tweet me at STiber3 if you've got a score, STiber3. Shumpert is in the game tonight for Itawamba.
Thank you.
And the Eagles here at TCPS trail Biggersville at halftime, 18-7. Interesting game. You know, I look at some of the stats for the first half. We'll work on those if you want to talk about our sponsors for a minute.
Yeah, sure. I want to thank Heartland Siding, again, a proud sponsor to be a repeat sponsor, of TCPS football. Heartland Siding is located in Tupelo at All-American Vinyl Siding Supply on North Veterans. Thank you to Heartland Siding for sponsoring the 2012 TCPS football season. Also like to thank Maloney Glass and Overhead Door, a proud sponsor of TCPS football. Maloney Glass and Overhead Door provides services for all glass and door needs. They are located on Robert E. Lee Drive in Tupelo and are excited for another year of TCPS football.
Well, last week we had a player of the game. It was number 24, Tiber, 126 yards on the ground. We've got we normally do this before the game, but again, tonight not being allowed to broadcast, whole other story. We will go to this interview. And thank you, Scott.
Steve Tiber back with Player of the Week last week. Just a reminder, I always give a couple names to Greg Jolly, and he has chosen this young man for the second week in a row. And I told him before we got on that unless you have 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, you can't be back here next week. But Player of the Week against Coldwater, senior running back Zachary Tiber. Zach, congratulations, 2 weeks in a row.
Thank you. I'm honored.
So 181 yards against Middleton, 126 against Coldwater. But, boy, you guys took it on the chin. So how is it at halftime when you go at halftime and you're trailing in a big way? How hard is it to get up for the second half?
It's extremely hard. You know, it's our first home game, so we want to try to impress our fans as much as possible. And you come out, and it's not the way you expected it to be. So it's definitely, we had to dig deep and fight the second half to try to win our fans back over on our side, I guess you could say.
It's amazing to me how many fans stayed at the end of the game. I mean, the final score was at 46-14. You outscored Coldwater 14-0 in the second half, but the fans stayed.
Yeah, that's awesome. Our fans play a big role in our playing and our attitude in the game, so I appreciate all the fans staying and supporting us through the hard times, I guess.
So 18 players, now down to 16. I guess Lee McBunch and Taylor Beard won't be playing tonight, but you get Hamby back, which is important on the offensive line. It does seem like the one thing clicking this year for the Eagles is the running game. And I know last week you were talking about the offensive lineman. Hamby comes back. That probably helps solidify that offensive front.
Yeah, it definitely does. Our line is excellent this year. They come off the ball hard every play, and I definitely appreciate it being the running back, that's for sure.
So you go to a power offense. The offense is changing. Coach Halliday, I just interviewed, said you're going to the power I. And so what was the attitude this week when you changed from the spread, let's throw the rock up in the air, to, hey, we're going to try to run the ball and control the clock? What's the attitude of the players?
It's definitely great. We tried to simplify the offense a little bit, which is great. And our linemen are definitely doing a lot better because it all comes down onto them. So they're definitely working hard, and it's definitely simplifying it for all of us.
So Coach Halliday says if you have a horse, you ride it, and you're going to get more than 20 carries tonight. Are you up for the challenge?
I'm definitely up for the challenge, that's for sure.
So Biggersville, you saw Biggersville played Holka. What impresses you about Biggersville?
Number 4, their safety and their main running back and wide receiver. He's definitely an athlete, and we need to watch out for him.
And 52-50, that was their score 2 weeks in a row. I think 1 week they lost, and then 1 week they won. They score a lot of points.
Oh, yeah, but that definitely reflects back on their defense as well, because Holka scored 50 as well. So we need to definitely attack their defense as much as possible and try to hold them down on our defense.
So the next 4 weeks you have Biggersville, you have H.W. Byers, Holka, Thrasher. Definitely teams on paper it looks like you could play with. Do the players? Do you look at the schedule? Do you look at see who's coming up 3 weeks from now, or what do you guys do?
No, we have to stay focused on the week ahead of us. We don't even know if we'll be able to play because of injuries the next week because of our numbers. So we try to focus mainly on the week ahead of us and try to do our job as best as possible.
Got an interesting email that I was talking to Coach Halliday about from a teacher who was sent out to all the parents, and he just went on and complimented the 18 players that you guys showed so much heart. You never gave up. It was an honor for him to watch you guys compete. And he just went on and on, Zachary. He was saying, hey, it's great to win ball games, but these young men are learning life lessons. I know you read it. It was read to you, or you read it. What are your thoughts when you see an email like that?
It's honoring to know that people are out there and they have enough respect and honor towards us to actually take the time, even if it's 5 minutes, to write us a letter or a note and show their appreciation for us. It was definitely humbling and honoring.
So 0-3 tonight. Hopefully your first win, Zach. Averaging over 7 yards on the ground per carry. You've been kind enough to compliment the offensive line, and I agree with you. You can be the best running back in the world, but the Matt Cates and the Hanbys and the Gunnels of the world have got to do their part. Are they up for the challenge tonight?
I definitely believe they are. I think we're ready to get our first win, and it'd be nice to get it on the road. So, I think they're up for the challenge.
Last thing, the red jerseys. So you guys go in before pregame, and for the listeners who don't know, Coach Holliday surprised all the players and bought them brand new home jerseys. How cool was it before the game to don a special jersey?
It's almost indescribable because you really have mixed emotions because you're all pumped up for a game, and then you have new jerseys, and it's just like, whoa, where did that come from? So it was exciting. It was definitely exciting.
So tonight you'll be wearing the road jerseys, I believe all white jerseys. And again, Zach, good luck tonight. Congratulations. Player of the game, player of the week, 2 weeks in a row. Zachary Tiber, the senior running back, 126 yards on the ground. Also had a reception, I think about 6 tackles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Last quick thing. So now all-time fumble recovery leader with 9. How in the heck are you always around the ball? What's up with that? I mean, that's interesting stat.
I've been called many things, and one of the things I've been called is a ball hawk, and I'm just around the ball for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I have a nose for the ball, so I don't know.
Well, let's hope it continues, right?
Let's hope so.
All right. Hey, Zach, good luck tonight. We wish you the best. Stay safe, and hope you guys pull out the first win.
And thank you for having me.
Steve Tiber along with Zachary Tiber, player of the week against Coldwater last week. We are just moments away from the opening kickoff tonight between the TCPS Eagles and the Biggersville Lions, the second district game for the Eagles. We'll be back in just a moment here on WAQB 90.9, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Again, Steve Tiber with Greg Jolly. We thought that would be played before the game. And as we all know, the broadcast was not live tonight, so we played that here at halftime. Homecoming, whenever you have homecoming at any football game, there's always a longer halftime. This week it's Biggersville. Next week it will be the Eagles. I was just looking at some of the stats. Of course, the player of the game right now, you would say, would be Stacy. 194 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. And again, the Eagles so close on a couple of those. Offensively tonight for the Eagles, and they've spread it around a little bit. Maloney has 4 carries, Tiber 9, Tyler Beard has 5, and Weddle has 3. Taylor Beard's out tonight. It's been an interesting game, hasn't it?
It really has. I think the theory, it seems like, was to bring in a little bit of wrinkle, spread it around, not real sure who the football is going to go to, and been pretty much successful there. Biggersville's done a good job in the second quarter of really closing down the middle. Can't really run through the middle right now, too. So I expect to see Coach Holliday really start to spread it out, kind of get it outside, draw those DBs outside again, and then from there funnel back to the end, back up the middle.
Well, tonight, some of the bright spots for the Eagles is I'd probably start with number 18, the senior Connor Chrisman. Connor's been in on 6 tackles, but 2 of them have been sacks. He also had that big fumble recovery in the beginning of the game that gave the Eagles a chance to score, and they did with Tiber, the 1-yard run. Connor Chrisman, a good first half tonight.
Yeah, really has, too. He's just been a beast, been back in the backfield just about every play, obviously with the sack and then the fumble recovery right there, too. So great job so far by our senior, number 18, Connor Chrisman.
Playing with some passion tonight.
Yeah.
I've seen that with Connor tonight. Just making some plays and getting excited. First downs tonight, 4 for the Eagles, 5 for Biggersville. There have been just 3 punts in the game, one by Biggersville for about 29 yards. The Eagles had 2 punts, one for 6 and one for about 30 yards for Mullins. The Eagles have only 1 completion. Beard is 1 for 3. So again, I think this is what I'm saying about the interesting game. I'm looking at the stats. 13, 17. So the Eagles have ran only 23 plays, and I think that's where I'm going. There doesn't seem like to be any flow. They've had 3 passes. Beard is 1 for 3, 8 yards to Forrest. He has the lone reception. But just not really any flow to the game. They're just, I don't know, just been kind of unique on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think, too, sometimes, Steve, when you step in new kids in new positions, sometimes you have a little bit of a learning curve. We might be seeing that some in the first half. First live game where they've been out there running new positions. You got new guys touching the football. I know we've had a couple of fumbles tonight on some snaps. And, too, that just seems to be you're not really in sync like you should be and just not getting many touches of the football, and that's a lot of 3-and-outs.
Not much going on for the Eagles on offense other than just a couple nice runs here and there. Coach Holiday will be challenged with his staff to come up with some ways to get the ball into some players' hands in the open field. The inside run, the quick hitter worked for Maloney for 15 yards, but other than that, that quick hitter, between the tackles, the Eagles have not been successful tonight.
Yeah, the Lions are just selling out right now in the box. I think they're saying challenge us on the outside if you will, if you dare. We're going to sell out in this box right now, too. And that's, again, what I was referring to. I think you've got to see a little bit more of just getting it to the sideline somehow, whether it be a quick pass, quick pitch. Somehow we got to get the ball out there, make the Lions start biting on going to the outside, and then you can focus on coming back through the middle.
So next week, the Eagles will be home at 7:30 next Friday as they will take on the Holka Wildcats. We said earlier in the game, Biggersville came here 1-0, the Eagles 0-1. Holka is 0-1 as well. Haven't seen a score for them tonight. I believe they're playing H.W. Byers, but we'll see if I can find something on Twitter.
Yeah, we're both 2 programs right now, too, still trying to kind of find that footprint out there right now, what's going to work for us. Had a lot of changes, I know, on our side, too. Holka struggled a little bit on they're moving the football. It looks like they're not stopping anybody. So it's going to be an interesting ball game next week back at home.
Itawamba's winning 20-0, but the tweet doesn't say who they're playing. The Boonville running back, Rogers, has 151 yards and 10 carries for Boonville. No score on that. Amory beating Oklahoma 18-8 at halftime. I told you that earlier. Looking for an update on Smithville and Vardaman, but nothing going tonight. So Connor Chrisman, good first half. I've also seen some good things from the other 2 players. Well, let's go this route. The Eagles tonight have done a better job with containment.
Yeah, they really have.
You know, I've seen them turning some things in and making plays where I think in the first 3 games they were letting the players get to the outside, and the Eagles doing a better job on defense.
Much better job on the speed sweeps, trying to get to the corner. We're closing in on the gaps, too. Again, right now I've had some breakdowns in the secondary. I think that's where the big strike plays have come from so far, too. But, again, got to give it to you. You can tell the guys are working much harder at just closing, spreading out the field. If you want to spread it out, Biggersville, we'll spread out with you. So here at homecoming again tonight, Biggersville's got their homecoming court out there, just announced their queen. Just a beautiful job tonight for the Biggersville crowd, too, with the queen and her court marching off of the field.
Megan Mitchell is the queen for Biggersville. She is dressed beautifully. She's got a crown on her head and roses in her arm. She's dressed in a beautiful white gown. And actually, the whole court looks great. Greg, were you ever the homecoming king or were you the jester?
I was Mr. HHS.
Oh, please. Come on, really?
At the beautiful Houston High School. I was.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was a maintenance worker one time.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I did. They let me clean the bathrooms.
I appreciate you giving me some props, though, so I can go back to my old high school days.
See, I'm surprised you got that. You have a face for radio.
Yeah,
I thought
do.
maybe that no, I'm just playing.
It was strictly off my personality.
Yeah. There you go. Biggersville, Mississippi is where we're at. Eagles tonight are in the ball game down 18-7. We're about 5 minutes left. Want to thank some of our sponsors. Want to thank Neil Clement and Stern AG, located here in Tupelo.
Clements.
Neil Clements at Stern AG specializes in all types of financial planning. Thank you to Neil Clements and Stern AG for sponsoring TCPS football here on WAQB. We're not on WAQB. This is being recorded. You now know that we were not allowed to broadcast the game. But we are done. We have moved on that comment. Heartland Siding, they're proud to be a repeat sponsor of TCPS football. Heartland Siding is located in Tupelo at All-American Vinyl Siding Supply on North Veterans. Thank you to Heartland Siding for sponsoring the 2012 TCPS football season. And next week, the four graduating classes can come back. It's homecoming.
Homecoming, back home at TCPS.
Come on back.
Come on back.
It's great. When I tell you, 10, 15 years from now, that will be cool to see some alumni come back and see where God has led them down the path of life. And so next week is homecoming. And, hey, by the way, if you're on Facebook, TCPS has a Facebook page. Like us there, and you can stay up to date on a lot of things. Tomorrow, TCPS will be at a meet in Pontotoc, I believe.
Saltillo.
Saltillo. Pontotoc was last week.
I actually think, too, Coach Holland told us that Saltillo, it's one of the biggest, second largest meet in the state, if I remember correct. So, big meet tomorrow out at Saltillo. Come out and support your Eagles at Saltillo tomorrow night.
About 3 weeks ago, the Eagles hosted a cross-country event. And I know because there were 630 cars and 20 buses.
Wow.
I know, crazy.
Yeah, it really
was so much fun.
That really was, too. I've been amazed so far about these cross-country. I'm still new to the game, learning that.
The game?
New to the
race,
event.
The event, okay.
You know, I'm using my old terms. The meet, exactly. But it's pretty amazing. It's almost like a tailgating, support your school, everybody shows up event. It's pretty impressive. I've been impressed so far about what we've seen.
Aberdeen 20, West Bolivar 7. That's in the third quarter. For you baseball fans, you know what? If we give scores, you got to remember when people are watching this or listening, all those games are over, so they know the scores.
Right. Well,
but we're just like practicing.
We're practicing. We need the practice, so we're getting all we can.
We do. So next week the Eagles will be at home against Holka. And then they will take H.W. Byers on the road and come back, at home again. No, that is on the road. And then they go to Thrasher on the road. Right. And then the last 3 games, Faulkner, Vardaman, and Smithville. That's a fun little trio of teams.
Yeah, pretty daunting little
Number
task
1,
right
2,
here.
and 3 in the district.
Pretty daunting little task right here to end the season. But, hey, we're seeing improvement on a weekly basis right now. So just got to hope the Eagles keep improving and keep playing football a little bit better every day.
Tyler Beard, the senior quarterback, was 1 for 3 in the first half, where the opposing quarterback, who is the leading passer in the state in 1A, Stacy, he came in 25 of 55 for 540 yards. He's got 190 in the first half, so that gives him 730 on the season. He came in with 9 TDs. He now has 12. So Stacy doing a good job of leading the way for the Lions. Players start to come back on the field. The Eagles captains have. Eagles players coming out to warm up, looking for the Lions. We had a longer half than usual because of the homecoming festivities.
Got the referees walking back to midfield, too. Looks like we're getting ready for some second half football. Still looking for the Lions to come out.
So tonight, Biggersville scored first. 56-yard touchdown pass to Nash from Stacy. The 2-point pass was incompleted for the conversion. 6-0 Biggersville, 10:25 remaining in the first quarter. Tiber responds with the 1-yard run. Chrisman with the extra point. And Tupelo Christian get their first lead of the season, 7-6 over Biggersville. Biggersville was 6-15 in the first quarter. Then Barnett, 41-yard touchdown pass from Stacy. The second touchdown pass by the senior. 3:27 the first quarter. Biggersville went up 12-7 because once again the conversion, this time was a run, was no good. And then Biggersville scores again. A bad punt by the Eagles gives Biggersville great field position. 12-yard pass to Barnett from Stacy again. The duo strikes twice tonight. 7-18 in the second quarter. And we go to the third quarter, Biggersville up 18-7 on your TCPS Eagles.
Okay, one thing I noticed over here, Steve, is look at the TCPS crowd that traveled up tonight,
Yeah.
too. Filled up the visiting stands over there, too. Still, I tell you what, we got great support from our TCPS family.
Eagles always travel well. I mean, they just do.
Like to support our boys and our girls and all their sports right now, too. It just makes you be proud to be an Eagle.
So a couple other things from the first half. The Lions have fumbled the ball 3 times, but TCPS has only recovered 1 of those. A couple opportunities to get a turnover there, but it didn't happen for the Eagles. As they get ready for the second half warming up, the Lions warming up as well. Good news for the Eagles is they will take the opening kickoff in the second half, and will start the second half with the football.
Steve, you think we'll see a few changes this time on the defensive front, just as far as kind of looking more for the long pass? Seems like something that's beat us so far. Do you expect to see something like that this half?
I don't think they're going to go to Tyler Beard throwing the ball deep. Lee McBunch, Taylor Beard's out of the game tonight, so not many wide receiver opportunities other than Forrest and Gray. Unless they take Tiber and Weddle and put them out, then they would have 4 wide receivers. But I think they're going to try to establish the running game. I really do. Down 18-7, you got a lot of time, a lot of football to be left. There's been some bad snaps by Biggersville. Hopefully you get a turnover here and there, but we're in the ball game.
Yeah, I think too. Like you said, I agree with you 100%. What we're going to see TCPS do this time too. I wonder if Biggersville is going to go back to the long snap, maybe the long pass down the field again. They had a lot of success with it the first half, so I expect to see something like that come about. We've got to do a better job this time in the second half, like we've already talked about, not to beat the dead horse, but got to do a better job on staying out there on that island and covering our man.
Leading tacklers tonight for the Eagles, Connor Chrisman with 6 tackles, 2 sacks. Maloney 6 tackles. Tiber with 5, Hudson with 3. Chrisman with the fumble recovery, and Gray, the first interception of the year for him. Nice pick on the play at the end of the first half. And, defensive backs, Gray and Forrest both struggled a little bit in the first half, but I look for them to bounce back. They're good kids. They're fighters.
They're both competitors, too, and I think we'll
absolutely.
see. I see Forrest out there jumping around, kind of leading the pack right now, really getting guys up. Looks like he's fired up, ready to play the second half. So
Yeah, I think so, too. Let's see now if they can carry that enthusiasm in the kickoff return. I would expect the Lions maybe a squib kick, and you don't want to give up any long kickoff return. Tiber took the 1 kickoff return. Looked like he might go all the way, but brought down after about a 50-yard return.
yeah,
Last man to be beat. But, boy, it'd be nice to get
I'd love to
quick
see
score
start
here.
level it up a little bit, too, with the long return right here, too. And we've got the potential with Charlie and Zachary back deep right now. They definitely have the breakaway potential. So could see something like that, too. Look for the wedge up the middle and see if we can take one home.
So Coach Halliday's still looking for his first win of the year. And actually, I don't mean this, his first win ever. This is his first year as a head football coach, and he is learning on the fly.
He really is doing a great job, too. I tell you one thing I love about Coach Halliday and the whole coaching staff, they keep the momentum high and they keep the intensity high, too. They're doing a great job this year, too. We've got some between Danza and Rufus French and DeAndre, just got a great crew. And I know I'm leading out Coach Smalls and some other guys over there just really step up and doing a great job this year at coaching.
Corinth leads New Albany 21-7 with 9 minutes left in the third quarter. The Eagles are going to receive the second half kickoff. They'll be receiving the ball, and they'll be moving from our right to our left, where Biggersville will be kicking off from the left to the right. You weren't here earlier, and actually you're watching this game if you're listening to us.
You are.
So you do see all the colors. We don't have to describe that, do we?
You're watching it, but maybe you'll get to hear it in a delay. Well, we're still finding out on that. Here comes the Biggersville Lion back out on the field. The Eagles are already out there jumping up and down. Looks like we got Dason Maloney running up and down the sideline, really getting everybody fired up. We're ready to play football second half.
That's right. Barnett will be kicking the ball, number 4. Barnett has 2 touchdown receptions. Good-looking kid, about 6'1", looks like a full football player. Forrest is deep. He's on the 15-yard line. Tiber is on the 20 toward the Biggersville sideline. Head coach for the Lions moves a player to the Eagle sideline. Forrest takes the ball at the 18, gets a good set of steam, and takes it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Good burst of speed there by number 4, Forrest.
Great job. Drop the shoulder and drive it through the middle, not looking to dance or anything, too. That man came ready to play second half. Good job, Charlie Forrest, returning the football.
Again, I expect the Eagles to try to get something going on this running game. Not a lot of continuity there. They've had a hard time running between the center and the guards. It's just not working tonight. A little bit better outside, but it just, again, just looking for some momentum here. Eagles come out in the I. You've got Weddle, the up man, the freshman. Dason Loney's the tight end. Forrest and Gray, the wide receivers. Tyler Beard, the quarterback. Tiber, the deep back. And the hut works for Tyler Beard. And the Eagles pick up a free 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looks like that time they got number 75, Tanner Hall, sophomore, 5'10", 264 defensive tackle to get a little bit of an extra jump that time on the hard snap.
The longest rush of the night tonight, Tyler Beard has 16 yards. And Biggersville's only had 11 rushes. Kind of interesting. Quick handoff to Whittle, and that is just not working. Pick up 1 yard on the play.
Meeting them in the hole every time we touch the football right now. We're getting absolutely no push. They're just meeting us head-to-head in the hole right now.
Now, if I was a predictor, I would say now they're going to kick it outside.
Yeah.
Probably to 24.
I think so. I think that's what we'll see this time, too, is a quick pitch, quick pass, quick something going on the outside.
That quick hitter just is not working.
No.
Good penetration by the Lions there. 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. Hardigan in the ball game. Number 17 and Forrest are the wide receivers. Tyler Beard under center. Gives it to Tiber. He tries to go in the middle. Not much. And again, it's just not a lot of running game. They're going to give him 2 yards, maybe 2.5 on that. We'll bring up 3rd down. Third down and 2. 3rd and 1 now for the Eagles. So 2 down territory. So the 5-yard penalty and then 3-yard rush by Tiber gives it 3rd and 1. Beard again under center. Looked like he was going to pitch to Tiber. Now he's going to roll out. He's going to cut up field. He's going to pick up a Stern A.G. Neal Clements first down. He needed 1 yard. He got 1.5.
Yeah, nice job that time by Tyler rolling out, looking for a quick pass. Might have almost even been a design fake pass run right there, too. Way to tuck your pads, go north and south, and go out for the first down stick.
10:25. We just started the second half here in the third quarter. And again, the Eagles are down 2 players tonight, Beard and McBunch. They come out in a power I. Forrest comes and cuts to the middle. There's no flag. Pitches to Tiber. He gets outside. He gets a burst of speed. He kicks up to the 33-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play, 18 on the play. And, I thought they were going to call illegal procedure on the Eagles, and I think so did the Lions.
Yeah, it was pretty close that time, too. Almost could have got a flag there, too. But I tell you what, good block that time by Charlie Forrest to kind of free up. He came in motion, took out the defensive end. Better pitch that time, getting the ball out in front of Tiber,
nice
which allows him not to break down on his speed, really get outside, get another first down, Stern A.G. first down.
Tiber now with 11 carries, 50 yards on the night, looking for some type of offense. Tyler Beard keeps it. And then drops it, fumbles it, but the Eagles do recover it. He just dropped it.
Yeah, he didn't get it tucked away. He almost kind of had the ball hanging out in front of his chest, not really tucking in when you see you're going to get a hit. I know a lot of times really you can't blame Tyler. He wants to make a play happen and make something happen too, but when you see you're getting ready to get covered up by 2 or 3 guys, you got to tuck the ball away right there too. So it looks like a 2nd down and 12. Right now for the Eagles, and lining back up right now too on 2nd down and 12 too. Looks like still 2 wideouts, Forrest and Hardigan lined up wide again with Weddle at fullback, Tiber still at halfback.
Look for a quick pass of some type. Tyler Beard fakes he's going to keep a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down again for a 2-yard loss. And right now they're just focusing on the run. And that's the negative when you're running the ball as much as you are, but again, with not much of a passing attack, he doesn't have many options.
Yeah, left side linebacker number 34, Bowling, came in, closed the gap right there too, gives you a 3rd down and 16.
That's the 8th carry of the night for Beard, for a total of 27 yards. Unfortunately, the last 2 have gone for negative yardage. 3rd down and 16 and a half for TCPS. Hardigan, 1 wide receiver. The senior Forrest, number 4, at the other. Tyler Beard drops back to pass. He throws it deep. He's got Forrest. He goes up. There's got to be interference on that.
Yep.
Come on. There it is.
There it is.
I mean, that was just too obvious.
Yeah, it looks like number 4 cleaned his clock that time, too. So let's see here. Number 4, Darian Barnett that time, too. Tried to clean his clock versus probably could have went up for the football that time, too, but went for the man. And Eagles fortunate to draw a pass interference call, gives us first down.
So in high school, you pick up 15 yards on that. You don't get – it's not like the NFL where you get to the spot.
No.
But it is an automatic first down. Automatic first down on a pass interference call. We've made some new friends here tonight. I got some water. You got some Dr. Pepper. Woohoo!
These guys up here and gals in the Biggersville press box been great, and I want to thank Mr. Scott Burns too for having a great show tonight for us.
Again, a quick handoff to Tiber in the middle, and that play just is not working. They pick up maybe a yard.
Yeah, I believe into the ground and pound right now too. We're getting absolutely 0 yards on right now on the ground and pound. Actually, we got 1 yard on it, but I know hopefully we're setting up something here more to the outside. I'm not having a lot of luck running it right off the tackle.
I saw the Eagles practicing something, practice Monday. I hold back on sharing it at this point. But look for some trickery here if you need a pass. Tyler Beard rolls left, and he can't get outside. They're going to drag him for a loss. No, he gets outside. He fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball forward. He's going to lose about 7 yards on the play, and the Eagles right now not doing a good job of blocking.
Wow,
they're just not.
We got an extra 5 yards on the fumble right there where it rolled out too, I think, too.
Yeah, they'll bring that back.
They'll bring that one back, but Tyler's got to do a little bit better job of getting that ball tucked under the arm when he's rolling out the side. He's still kind of holding it in a pass, in a almost a pass formation, a pass position. And
that's his third fumble tonight. Now, he hasn't lost one, but that's his third fumble.
Yeah, we got to kind of somehow tuck the football a little bit better. We're not holding on to the football.
Ball's being marked at the 25-yard line. Will it be second and long? Can't fumble forward.
I've not seen this, and maybe this is a rule that's only in Biggersville, but Tyler Beard fumbled the ball forward 4 yards, and the refs gave it to him.
Hey, we'll take it, too. They've become our friends in the third
That's
quarter.
Right. Third down and 10. Tyler Beard, power I. Takes a snap, looks right, throws it deep. He's got Charlie Forrest. Oh, he dives for the ball, but the ball just a little bit past his outstretched hands. They'll bring 4th down and 10 now for the Eagles.
I'll tell you what, Steve, the pass was almost there. Charlie did a great job of making some closing speed coming across the middle. But you know what I like about that? We lay it out there where nobody can get it but our guy.
That's right.
So, live to play another down, throw the ball to the try to throw it more to the outside pylon, too. Charlie had to make more of a break to the middle. You throw the ball to the outside pylon right there, you got an opportunity that only your guy can make the play.
So 4th and 10. Tyler Beard, again, a power I. Forrest and Gray now back in the game. Gray on the Biggersville sideline. Quick pitch to Tiber. He runs. Oh, he does. I thought he was going to pull back and pass. He keeps his feet moving, and he keeps going. It's going to be a first down. I thought he was going to pull it up and throw the ball. He's going to pick up 16 yards on the carry. 15 yards. They're going to give him a spot at the 10-yard line. So Tiber picks up 15.
Nice job that time by Tiber keeping his feet up under him that time. Almost had him tripped up with about 7 yards to go. Kind of got his feet back under him, gathered himself to get first down. We're in business right here. First down on the 11-yard line.
14 carries and 66 yards for Tiber now. Sternaghi, Neil Clements first down. 18-7, the Eagles trying to get on the board here in the second half, trailing by 11. Guess what? A quick hitter, and they get nothing.
Yeah.
I think we've said that a couple times tonight. But you know what? By doing that quick hitter does open up some things to the outside. But, I mean, they're not getting any push from their center and their guards.
We've tried on the left. We tried on the right now, too. It's a yard, half yard, quarter yard, or no yard gain every time we run it. But, again, it kind of hopefully using that up the middle to free up the outside. Hopefully in a little while we'll break one loose, cut through. If you can ever get past those linebackers, you're home free.
Say the play before this, I thought Tiber was going to go down. It looked like he was leaning forward. But the Eagles have life here at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 10. They can get a first down at about the foot line. Looked like a quick pitch. Tyler Beard rolls right. He throws to Dason Maloney. Little dink and dunk play. Picks up 5 yards.
Hey, I like it. That's what
I
I've
do
been looking
too.
for right there. Roll your quarterback out. If you're not getting the greatest protection right now, maybe they're getting a little bit of penetration, roll him out. Let him see it. He's an extremely mobile player, extremely mobile quarterback. Rolling out, getting down, and we got a chance.
Let's see if the Eagles go to a strong count here. Who caught that? Was that Maloney?
That was Mr. Dason Maloney.
Second completion of the night for Beard. Now he is 2 for 6, 2 for 5 for 12 yards. But right now the Eagles are in a ball game. And so, again, it's not the prettiest thing, but we talked about the change in strategy. You're not going to win a sock'em high-scoring game, and the Eagles have tried to slow it down. 3rd and 4 at the 5-yard line. Quick pitch to Tiber. He goes outside, gets hit in the middle. He cuts in the middle. Touchdown!
Great.
24 scores again tonight.
Great
Tiber,
job.
5-yard touchdown run. With 5:40, the Eagles score again.
Saw almost a little bit of a face mask coming in. I thought they were going to hit him in the backfield. He cut it back to the right side of the field. Nice job that time by Tiber. Nice job that time by the left side of the line. Looked like Mr. Luke Hudson and Mr. Mullins got a nice block that time. Opened it up, freed it up, gave us a chance to go score. Great job left side of the ball, and great job Zachary Tiber.
So the Eagles down by 5. You might as well go for 2 and try to get within a field goal, and that's what they're going to do. So the ball's spotted on the 3-yard line. The Eagles down 18-13. Guess what? A fumble. 4th fumble of the night for Beard. And the Eagles can't capitalize. But the Eagles do strike here in the 3rd quarter. Tiber with a long run earlier in the drive, and then the 5-yard touchdown run. And I see Holiday and Tiber high-fiving over there. Got some momentum over there. And, football's a game of emotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Old Mo seems to have swung right now in the 3rd quarter towards our side. Hopefully we can use it on the defensive front. Need a stop right now. The most critical thing you can do when you're down is come out the first drive and score. That's the best thing you do. The second most critical thing is get a good stop.
Want to thank Scott Burns from DJ Live in Tupelo, Mississippi, our producer. That sounds prestigious.
DJ Live.
We're just announcers. He's a producer.
He's a professional. We're not. That's what it amounts to. Isn't that right, Scott? I'm getting the nod over here. I enjoy doing it, though.
So the Eagles now within 5, 18-13. A lot of time left. And the Eagles have stunned Biggersville. I don't want to say stunned, but we got a football game here. So let's see if Connor Chrisman, the senior kicker, does another squib kick. The Lions are still lined up deep. The 2 deep men. Carroll is one of them. Carroll Davis at the 10-yard line.
I'm looking for the squib again, I think, right here. I think you kind of keep the array going, spray it through the middle, and hope for something to happen.
Connor Chrisman, squib kick, I like it. Oh, but he kicks it right to the up guy on the 30-yard line, number 23. He goes to his sideline. Oh, I thought he was going to drop the ball. No, he keeps moving. So the squib kick kicked right to a guy, and he does fumble. No, did he fumble? No, he did not.
No, I don't
So he
think
takes it to the 50-yard line, and that's not the squib kick you wanted.
No, I wanted to kick the top of the ball. Looks like that time he kind of got the right in the middle of the ball, which throws like a line drive in baseball right to somebody. He was able to get it. Looks like we got a Eagle down. Looks like cramps right now. Looks like number 14, Tyler Beard, our quarterback, down right now with cramps.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it looks like cramps. Got number 4, Charlie Forrest, over there really giving the old heave-ho, push the toe as far as you can to your stomach, and try to work that cramp out too. Nothing worse than a good old cramp. You remember those days when
yes.
we actually were playing a little bit when we actually were athletes.
We're
athletes.
You're right, though.
Coach Holliday out there too, checking on his quarterback, and also the Biggersville training staff out there as well too, kind of giving a pat on the back. Thanks for some support there from both sides, and Tyler Beard's walking off under his own power. I think it's just a big old cramp.
Itawamba on top of Senatobia 20-0. Oak Hill 21, Winona 6. That's a final.
Wow. Good
Itawamba
job,
up 26-0 after the extra point is blocked. Still looking for another Smithville score. Corinth leads New Albany 21-7. That's at the end of 3.
Just got help from our friends in the press box here. 13-0 Smithville over Vardaman right now.
You sure? After 3 quarters, Vardaman maintains a 13-0 lead over penalty-ridden Smithville. That's from Brad Locke from the Daily Journal. And you know what? I would think I'd have to go with Brad on this one. Even though she seems very intelligent. Excuse me, she just said that. Put down the knife, ma'am. Okay, first and 10 for the Lions.
I think that's my fault.
Okay, it was your fault.
That's
All right.
my fault. I'll take the blame.
Back at quarterback again is Stacy. He hands off to number 2, Davis. He cuts in the middle, and he does get some yardage. Eagles try to strip the ball. I like that. Go for the ball. Yeah, there you go.
He's still keeping on his feet. Nice job that time, kind of.
So this I don't understand. The referees don't blow the call, but they give him an 8-yard gain. He gets pushed back 5 yards. And I'm not saying that's a bad spot. That's the right spot. But then blow the whistle.
Yeah, if that's the right spot right there, it's absolutely where as far as progress stopped. But blow the whistle. Let's not hurt kids on a after the play call right here, too. We're flag happy first half. We're whistle dead second half.
2nd and 3 for the Lions. Man, she got excited there, didn't she? Man, I saw veins popping out and everything. Wow.
Kind of flare of my wife there. Almost.
No. Come on. Be nice to Jenna. All right. 2nd down and 3. A quick hitter up the middle. And he keeps his feet moving. Number 34 finally brought down after a 13-yard gain. And Gray and 21 Trussell are going to bring him down.
Yeah, got right through the linebackers that time, too. It almost looked like we tried to do some throw a shoulder at tackle, and I think we're missing a little bit right now having Tyler Beard out of the ball game in that linebacker position right now, too.
Sterne G. Neal Clements, first down, 1st and 10 at the 29. Moving the ball, running. They only ran the ball 8 times in the first half. This time a quick hitter, but he's brought down quickly by number 79, Cates.
Matt Cates getting through the field that time. Nice job wrapping him up and bringing him down. Good job at defensive tackle, Mr. Cates.
Good job, Cates. I tell you, he was a beast on that play. Bullock gains 1 yard, brings up 2nd and 9. So the Eagles looking for a stop. We got 4 minutes left in the third quarter, 18-13 Biggersville.
2nd and long right here, too. Really need a stop with down on. They're on the Eagles' 29-yard line. Watch for the quick pass, quick slant on the outside right now, too, to try to challenge us with a couple of downs left.
Stacy, 3 touchdowns in the first half. He's going to go deep. Forrest over there. Come up and make the play. He does. Good job by Forrest. Barnett went up to the play, went up to make the catch. He was at the 5-yard line, and Forrest hits him below the waist while he's getting his hands on the ball, and he drops it.
Well, nice job. Nice timing right there, too. That's almost a timing hit you have to have. You almost sense that hit when you're out there at the TV. Our friends at Biggersville now wanting the flag, too.
No.
Hey, we've been crying.
They're out of control in here, though. I'll tell you what. Now, if I was the coach, I'm not going to tell you. 3rd and 10 now for the Lions. Even the referee inside the booth is laughing.
Exactly. They're having fun up there in Biggersville tonight. Having fun.
I'm sorry, 3rd and 9 now for Stacy and the Lions. The Lions 1-0 in district play, looking for their 2nd win. It's a low snap. He goes outside. Oh, nice move. He cuts inside. Oh, what about the clip on that one? No, they're going to give him a first down. Is he going to get a – no, he's going to be – yep, they're going to give him a first down.
Yep, nice move.
So he picks up 11 yards. I'm sorry.
Really nice move. Looked like we almost had him in the backfield that time, too, and he reached out, and the quarterback reached out that time with a nice stiff arm. And really made the move to get the first down. It's what you do as a playmaker.
So 3rd and 9, the Eagles had a chance to make the Lions do something with their 4th down. But the Lions moving away from the pass to the run and taking a little time coming out of this formation. I'm going to look for them to go up top against one of our corners tonight.
Yeah, too. Again, with Tyler Beard out right now, that senior leadership at the linebacker position, give it to Mr. Hardigan. He's working as hard as he can right now, too, but new man in there.
Stacy, I tell you, he runs and he gets nowhere. Again, another nice play. Stacy picks up no yardage. Number 56, Mullins.
Yeah, nice job right there by Mr. 56.
Leighton Mullins.
Cleaning up right there. So.
I'm sorry, Leighton Mullins. We have 2 Mullins, Leighton and Emery.
Yeah, we need to. I got to do a better job specifying for you.
No. They're going to say he lost a yard, so 2nd and 11. Eagles need a stand here, looking for a stand. They're down by 5. They're in this ball game. Boy, turnover. Let's think turnover right now.
Yeah, second and long right here, too. Expect to see probably the ball go in the air, probably quick to the flat somewhere.
Stacy looks to throw the ball quick, and it is caught, but incomplete. It looked like he caught the ball, and he was kneeling, so he would have been down, but they said the ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an incomplete pass.
With our DBs that time, we're really playing off the ball. It was a correct call that time. Quick pass, too. The throw was a little bit at his feet, so didn't have a chance to make the play, and looks like he went down on his knee and was not able to have the reception.
Want to thank North Mississippi Oral Maxillofacial Surgery, Stern Agee, Rebel Lanes, Maloney Glass and Overdore, Heartland Siding, all of our sponsors this year. TCPS Football on WAQB 90.9, an American Family radio station. We'll be back on the air next week, we believe. Because we're not coming back here, are we, this year? We don't think. Stacy drops back to pass. He looks over the middle, and it's picked off. Gray picks it off. Atonement. He goes to the 20, the 25, to the 30, and he comes out of bounds to the 31. So Gray, who struggled a little bit in the first half, picks up his second interception of the night. And I'll tell you what, I'm happy for him.
I am too. Great job that time by Kyle, not giving up, making a play, going up, getting the football that time too, and returning. Got about a 25-yard return there. We're in business again.
I tell you, we got a ball game, Greg, don't we?
Got a ball game right now. The old Mo is shifted again, so got to keep it on our side for a little while and see if we can make another good drive, take the lead.
And I tell you, I've been there. I played corner in college, and it's a lonely spot to play sometimes when things don't go your way. But Gray, who struggled a little bit in the first half, has had his second interception of the night, and the Eagles are in business. 1st and 10, Stern AG Neil Clements first down, 1st and 10 from the 30. And, boy, they have 9 guys in the box. Tyler Beard rolls right. He's going to try to cut up field. He's got to tuck that ball away. I tell you, get a little nervous seeing him how he's holding it. They're going to give him a yard on the play. They had 9 guys in the box there.
Yeah, right now we're seeing a total sellout right now by Biggersville, putting everybody in the box. I'd be looking in the box, too. We've been running a lot up the middle and sweep on first down, too. Yeah, got to do something, a little fake pitch, sweep pass, something right here right now.
Here's right now, if you have a reverse, an option.
Yeah, because everybody's sold out right now. The whole box is there. If you can ever get around the side, it's pay dirt.
I mean, look at the safety is 8 yards off the ball. Take your chance. Try to hit Forrest up top. Why not?
Yep. It's man to man.
9 guys in the box now. Tyler Beard gives it to Tiber, goes between the tackle, cuts inside to the 20, gets to the 34-yard line. Yep. Gain of about, they're going to give him 3-4. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 3, short 4.
Yeah, 9 guys in the box. Just going to be hard to get any kind of movement going through the middle right there. Got to hope for some kind of play right here to free it up and get around the corner. Or like you said, take a shot down the field a little bit. You only have to have a long pass or something to get it past that safety.
76 yards on the ground for Tiber now. Tyler Beard, 3rd and 4. He rolls right. A quick pass, and he has time. He's got to set his feet.
Yeah.
He has time, and he throws it in the ground, and he's got to relax. But it's hard to relax when you've played your 4th game in your life.
Yeah, it really is, too. Had Hardigan right there open, a little trick play coming across the middle right there, too. Wide open that time, too. But it's easy to stand up here, Steve, and have the happy feet position going on, too. So, hey, Tyler, he'll learn as the year goes on, too, but 4th down. Got a punt.
It would have been a 1st down, but again, Mullins back into the game to punt for the Eagles. We are almost done with the 3rd quarter. He takes his time, and not the best of punts again. He has struggled tonight. I tell you, he started out the year so strong, but tonight he had a 6-yard punt, and that is going to be a whopping 7-yard punt.
We got Charlie Forrest, our senior defensive back, down on the play, too, as well, too. Looks like he's holding that thumb. He's had issues with it all year long, and looks like he's holding on to that hand again.
I think this is the 4th game, and I think every game Charlie has gotten dinged up.
Yeah, it's been that thumb. It's just been nagging him the whole year. Not real sure. It looks like he's grabbing that hand again. Well, it looks like they are. They might be grabbing his leg this time, too, but he's had a tough year kind of plagued with injuries.
Yeah, sometimes that just kind of fouls you around, doesn't it?
Yeah, too. When you start overcompensating for an injury on one part of your body, another part gets hurt too. But looks like right now too, they've got him rolled over and checking him out.
Ripley 49, East Union nothing. Houston 16, Hamilton 0. Coldwater's beating Thrasher. Don't have a score on that.
7 at halftime.
Like Charlie's coming off again, holding that right thumb still, too. It comes off on his own power right there, too. Charlie's a very tough individual. I'm sure we'll see him back in the ball game.
Coldwater beating Thrasher 26-7 at halftime. Everyone nods their head. Look at him.
You got it right.
I got it right. All right. See, there is a God. All right.
Oh, me.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Sterney G. Neal Clements first down at the 42-yard line after the shank. And Mullins has struggled tonight. A 7-yard punt, a 6-yard punt. He did get a 30-yarder off, but his average right now is 16 yards per punt.
Yeah, got to get a little bit better roll. Got to get the ball tumbling for you.
Stacy hands it off to number 5. It's Collins, I believe. Oh, nice move inside, and he keeps going here. Carroll, he's got one man to beat Tiber. Tiber does bring him down. Wow, so he goes from the 42 to the 15, a gain of 17 on the play.
Yeah, nice run. Speed sweep to the right side, too. After he broke through the middle of the field, too, he broke it back hard to the left. So nice job there by number 5, Carroll, to get about a 20, 25-yard gain.
So Biggersville trying to, again, capitalize on a shank of a punt. Eagles need a turnover. Last time I said it came through. Let's see what happens. Stacy hands it off to Collins again. He tries to go right. He does get outside. He breaks up to the middle, and he keeps his feet moving, gets down to the 7-yard line. It's going to be close to another Sterney G. Neal Clements first down.
Yeah.
Maloney and
Looked like
Trussell.
Maloney, Trussell, Gray, and Tiber all in on the tackle. I think Maloney met him first in the hole.
So first and goal, 5, and Biggersville again after that punt, looking to jump their lead from 5 to maybe 11 or 12. We're going to have a timeout by the referee. I think this is this a water timeout?
That's third quarter.
No, that's the third quarter.
Into the third quarter. Time flies when you're having fun, Steve-O.
So the end of 3 quarters here in Biggersville. The score is Biggersville 18, TCPS 13. We've got a ball game. I want to say hi to all of our friends out there. Thank you, James and Mr. Bridges, for doing that. Hi, Mom.
$15. Make sure you can't leave without one.
As I said, Coldwater 26-7 in the third over Thrasher. Still looking for a final from Smithville. Smithville and Vardaman tonight going at it.
A fifth quarter immediately following the football game tonight.
Boonville 13, Tishomingo County 7. And again, I'm trying to get these scores, but again, it's dawning on me again that the week people know who won and lost.
It's okay.
But I'll tell you that Smithville's losing to Vardaman 13-0 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
You know, maybe they're watching the broadcast right now on the webcast, so maybe they're getting the scores from you.
You never know. Sure. 34-7, Potts Camp over Mantachie. Third quarter.
You need to write it down for me.
I feel like there's some people in the press box that want our jobs.
Hey,
Greg.
we're getting heckled right
Man.
now over there. We're getting heckled.
They bring you water and then they heckle you.
Gotta love it. Having a good time.
They are.
I didn't accept the water, so I'm not getting heckled. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you got abused before the game. But that's a whole other story. We won't talk about that anymore. First and goal at the 5-yard line. Biggersville looking to jump their lead. Stacy, the quarterback. Number 34, Bolig, is lined up behind him. And it's a handoff. And he cuts back inside number 2. And, yes, he's going to get in the end zone. So a 5-yard run by number 2, Davis, puts Biggersville now up 24-13.
Yeah, too. It looked like Matt Cates almost had him wrapped up in the backfield, had to kind of make a dive and try out there. And once he got past the defensive tackle there, had an open field. Nice job of blocking there by Biggersville on the left side. And touchdown, Biggersville takes them back to 24-13. 11:53 left in the fourth quarter.
And that was Davis, was it not? Yeah, Davis, the 5-yard run. And with no kicker, they'll go for 2. So they're up by 11, trying to get back up by 13, Biggersville is. the I formation. Davis is the deep back. Here's the handoff. No, it's the bootleg by the quarterback, and he will run in. So Mason gets their first 2-point conversion of the night. Excuse me, Stacy does.
Yeah, nice call that time by the Lions. Everybody sold out looking for the running back coming through the middle too. Open bootleg. Nobody touched him going into the end zone.
So 26-13, Biggersville doubling the Eagles. And the punt really put, again, I hate to keep coming back to one play, but tonight you've had a couple tough punts, and both times Biggersville scored right afterwards.
Yeah, got to do a little bit better job as a team right now of getting, when we got a field position swing, got to get the ball down the field a little bit more, keep them pinned back a little bit deeper so you don't have half the field to try to go down the field and score.
So Barnett will be kicking off the ball from the 40-yard line. Eight seniors dressed out tonight for their last homecoming game ever here in Biggersville. And again, a great crowd from both schools. TCPS traveled very well tonight as Biggersville showed up in a what else is there to do in Biggersville on a Friday night? I'm looking at everyone. I didn't know if they were going to shoot a gun at me or throw something at me, but they're all shaking their head like nothing.
No, like
cow tipping. This ex-New Yorker doesn't know anything about cow tipping. Ball's kicked to Forrest, so he's back in the ball game, takes it to 10, 20, 25, tries to go outside, dips his head down, and goes to the 33-yard line. So if Forrest was shaken up, he's back in the game. Eagles now, his third AG, Neil Clements, first down.
Yeah, you can count on Charlie to come back, too. Again, he's battled that nagging thumb all year long, too. But nice job, too, tucking that head down, getting us back some positive yardage, put the ball on the 33-yard line. Again, what do you think right here, Steve? Do you go back, kind of pound, ground and pound, or do we free it back up with a little trickery?
You've got a whole half. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against, something trickery. Trickery's not going to win you ball games. It will keep a drive going or maybe get you a score when you're near the goal line. You stay, I think, with what you've done. I mean, you've moved the ball on the ground a little bit. Not necessarily inside the tackles, power I for the Eagles. But you have a lot of time. They throw the ball outside of Tiber. He cuts back in the middle. He's met. He keeps his feet moving. He does gain 3 yards on the play, 3 hard yards. Slew of tacklers by the Lions.
It looked like, first of all, number 65, it looked like number 65, Josh Gray, met him in the hole first.
40 yards in the second half for Tiber, 79 now on the night. But boy, he's had that one 18-yarder, but they've been 5 and 4 and 3 and a couple negatives as well. 2nd and 8 now for the Eagles. So they don't give him a 3-yard gain, they give him a 2-yard gain. Thought he had a little bit more than that. Lions converge very quickly. Another quick pitch to Tiber, and he has him wide open. Here's the play. Yet to Forrest. Oh, it was a halfback option. They came running up to get Tiber because he is the focus, at least on the Lions. He threw the ball to Forrest, and, at the end of the day, if he could put a little bit more underneath that ball and let Forrest run under it, it would have been a tough catch. Forrest cannot bring it down.
Yeah, tough catch right there, too. Hit him in the hands with a little high. Nice job, perfectly set up. I think that's the play we were talking about. We saw you saw at practice this week, too. Perfect execution time on it there. Just a little bit out of the fingertips of Charlie.
If he throws that and puts any arc on it, chances are Forrest has a 55-yard, 65-yard touchdown catch. Quick pitch to Tiber to their sidelines, and boy, great penetration that time by the Lions, and they were ready for that.
Yeah, number 76, Wesley Shadburn, making the big man making the stop, getting penetration on the right side again that time, just gobbling up Tiber at the running back position. Looks like we got a 4th down and 13.
They're going to give him a 12. Better spot than I think he deserved. 4th and 11 now for the Eagles. At the end of the day, when your running back's getting hit 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, you're not going to win many ball games. Eagles come out and punt. Let's hope this one goes a little bit further than the last one, because the punting has really struggled for the Eagles tonight. 31-yard line, and this is a much better punt. To Barnett, the ball is kicked to. It bounces, and he picks it up. I don't understand that for the life of me. I mean, I just don't.
I don't either. Last time he picked one up like that, he lost 17 yards, too. I think our coach at Biggersville might come over here and have a little conversation with him, too. He's like, when the ball's tumbling, get away from the football.
41-yard punt for Mullins. So a much better punt than the last two. First and 10 for the Lions. 9:46 left in the ball game. Eagles looking for their first win of the year. Biggersville looking to go 2-0. Next week, the Eagles will host Holka Wildcats.
Biggersville's got Thrasher next week, too. Hear from our friends here, too. So at Thrasher next week, too.
Thrasher, like the Eagles, are down in numbers, and I have pretty good sources. And so at least on paper, you would think Biggersville would be favorite.
Yep.
So Biggersville could start out 3-0 in district play. I still think, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I still think Faulkner, Vardaman, Smithville, and Coldwater are the 4 teams to be beat. Fumble on the play, but for the 4th time tonight, the Lions have fumbled the ball the 5th time, and all 5 times, they've recovered all but one.
Yeah, it looks like number 5, Darius Carroll, your senior running back, covering up that fumble that time, too. Just looks like a snap issue right now, kind of going back to some of those first quarter woes they had.
Loss of 6 on the play for the Lions. Eagles right now need a turnover. Be nice to get a turnover down here. Potscamp 34, Mantachi 7. Baldwin 14-7 over Nettleton.
Looks like coming out of huddle again, too. Did we make a offensive line change maybe that time?
I don't know. This play is taking a lot longer than 25 seconds, and there's the flag. I mean, you get 25 seconds to run a play, and I mean, I could have went and had a sandwich and come back, and they were still standing there.
Yeah, I think they had a little bit of confusion that time too. It looks like, and
they're going to call offsides on TCPS. There you go.
Wow.
Go figure.
Offsides on the Eagles. Bring up 2nd and 12.
I used to like these guys, not anymore. Okay, so 8:50 is when they start the clock. Okay, now they're going to come out this time. But, yeah, it took way too long to get a play off. You get 25 seconds and milking the clock. And it is what it is. 2nd and 11 for the Lions. Stacy turns to throw the ball, and it's caught by number 5, and that is Carroll. He's going to pick up 14 yards and a first down.
Yeah, nice job that time by he got a little loose from Dason Maloney right there, too. Dason kind of drove him out of bounds right there, too. But first down for Lions again on the 43-yard line.
That's the 9th first down for Biggersville tonight. More importantly, it keeps the ball in the hands of the maroon and white.
I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. Rebel Lanes, located in Tupelo, is exciting sponsor of TCPS football. Rebel Lanes, located on Robert E. Lee Drive, providing bowling service family. Thank you, Rebel Lanes, being part of 2012 TCPS football.
Bolig gets the ball and brought down. No, he's not brought down. He keeps his feet moving. Look like Chrisman, and he keeps his feet moving. Keep moving. Oh, the ball's out there. No, he holds on to it. They're going to give him the mark to the 50. It looked like Chrisman had him for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I thought he had him that time for 2-yard loss. Nice job that time of Bolton to kind of break loose, kind of get back on the outside. Got to look like Luke Hudson right now, kind of grabbing his side a little bit too as well too. But nice job that time, moving your feet by the running back and continuing to get positive yardage.
It's tough to do with 15 ball players, but the Eagles have got to dig in deep. A lot of these guys have played every play of the game, but 1A school, the smallest high school playing football in the state of Mississippi, you got to dig deep. 2nd and 3 now for Stacy and the Lions. Behind him is Bolig. And again, just waiting for that clock. Here's the handoff to Carroll. He runs right, and he is hit. And it looks like he's going to get a first down, even though I think it's Cates. Cates has made some plays tonight. Cates and Maloney on the tackle.
Yeah, Cates kind of grabbed him in the backfield. Maloney kind of came in and helped clean up right there to him. But it looks like 3rd down and maybe half a foot.
7:03 left in the 4th. So the ref has decided that it's close enough to measure. They'll bring the sticks out.
Ooh, just maybe a few inches short.
Looks like Biggersville will be inches short. I think it was 2
Vardaman 13, Smithville 7. And really, you'd almost wish they had the first down, because now the clock will start on the whistle. They'll get to run 25 seconds, most likely a quarterback sneak, and then get another 25 seconds on the next play.
Yeah, going to burn up a lot of valuable time
yeah.
right now. So,
and this is where you got to put 8, 9 guys in the box. Look like some movement. Oh, what is this?
Offside.
This is like the Canadian. This is the Canadian Football League, because he decided to go ahead and break number 23.
Yeah, it looked like number 23, Terrell Harville, that time got a little bit anxious on the play too. Drew he actually turned to go upfield.
So maybe a break for the Eagles. They didn't get the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yep.
So even though there's a penalty, the penalty was on Biggersville, so they got to run 20 seconds, and the ref blew the play to start the clock again, where that clock should stop until the ball is snapped.
Yep. That's exactly what
I mean, because if not, you could just keep doing a penalty every play and keep running 25 seconds.
Run off the clock. Exactly.
So the guy with the white hat blew that one, but it is what it is. 3rd and 5 now. Little run on the outside by Carroll, and he is brought down real quick by number 16, Weddle. And so don't count the Eagles out yet. Loss of about 3 on the play. 4th down and 8 now for the Lions. Make that 4th and 10. Loss of 6.
Yeah, nice job that time by Andrew to close up the gap on the right side, too. Looked like they were trying to speed sweep around the outside with the same formation they continue to run out of. And Andrew did a good job closing the gap.
So what do? Do you punt the ball, or, I'd punt the ball.
Yeah, I'm punting the football right here with 5 minutes, 43 seconds left. I'm not giving you the football down here on your side of the field. I'm putting the ball in the air.
Stacy goes back to punt, and Tiber very quickly tries to run back, and it's a punt over their head. No one was back, and I don't understand that. You have a safety back there, and they both came running up. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, you got to.
He kicks it all the way to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, you lose an extra 20 yards right there on a roll too. Not sure I understand that one either, Steve. Right there, situation. Go have somebody back there to field the punt.
Tiber was playing like they were going to run the ball, but Trussell was back as a safety. But neither of them got back for the punt. And, again, you let the ball bounce 16 more yards, and so a 23-yard punt turns into a 42-yard punt.
Yeah, especially, too, with 5 minutes left. You got to score twice right there, too. I think that was either a miscommunication or a
special teams play. You score
play
on the special teams, and you get a lot of scores at this level on special teams.
Yeah, exactly, especially a breakdown of containment. We've seen it happen firsthand. So right there is a situation where we got to step up and make a play.
Well, much more competitive game for the Eagles tonight, down 26-13.
We've seen a lot of positive things tonight.
Absolutely.
We can build off of.
Yes.
A lot of positive things. Again, these little victories every week in the ball game, to keep working with Coach Holliday. He'll make it happen.
Yeah, he's I talked to him this week, and I tell you, he's the old lemons make lemonade, because he's Mr. Positive. He sends texts to these kids come Saturday after the ball game, encouraging them, building them up, and they're out there still fighting away. Again, 15 players tonight, varsity players dressed. I know there were some extra 8th graders brought up for the game, but with Beard and McBunch out, 15 kids have played the entire game for the Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. The safety will line up a little further back, Carroll, to try to protect against the pass. Little pump and go to Forrest. He throws the ball deep. There seems to be some action there, and there's going to be a flag. There's definitely some contact. Actually, it appeared to me that all 3 players bumped.
Yeah, it almost looked like all 3 players going to the ball. I think we're fortunate to get that call that time on pass interference, because all 3 guys were really going for the football too. We threw into a triple coverage, and just one of those situations where you're fortunate to get a call.
Starting G. Neal Clement's first down.
Looks like
2 flags on the play. Didn't see the one. So we've got interference on the defense. So 2 refs had the call, and that's the right call. You're not allowed any contact at all. None, 0. And there was contact. It's that simple. And this is the next defensive back talking.
Exactly.
So they take the ball from the 11 and take it to the 26. 5-12, it will start on the snap. Incomplete pass. Tyler Beard with Weddle and Tiber behind him. Quick pitch to Tiber, and he's not going to get anything.
No.
I mean, I don't, I'd rather not say, but left tackle, left guard, you got to hit somebody. I mean, you have to hit somebody.
Yeah, it also looks like we're getting some penetration around the outside. They're really stretching it out right now, too, seeing a big rush coming through the outside, too, closing the gap right there. Looks like number 76 right there, Wesley Shadburn, going in and making a great play.
I think that's his second tackle of the game. I had to say that because his dad's right next to me. He's been on a bunch of stops.
He's been on a bunch of stops, playing a great ball game tonight.
His dad, man, he's grinning from ear to ear. He's got like 93 teeth. Do you see that?
Yeah, he
was smiling. I didn't know you could have that many teeth.
Yeah.
He is much bigger than me, but anyways.
He said it flows through the family, too. They've got some big men in that family.
Yep. So they let 20 seconds run off the clock, and then Holiday calls a timeout, and he is not too happy. So either the kids came out in a formation that was not right, but, man, you are down by 13 points. Where's the urgency?
Yeah, we got to go almost into a quick
Absolutely.
2-minute offense right here.
Let's go. Call it. Let's run.
Before 19 to go in the game, your line is 26.
You can't run 20 seconds off the clock and then call a timeout and score 2 times with 4 minutes left. But, again, I think the formation wasn't lined up properly.
Yeah, better call a timeout right there, too, instead of lose some valuable yards right now that you need.
Heartland Siding is proud to be a repeat sponsor of TCPS football. Heartland Siding is located in Tupelo. At All-American Vinyl Siding Supply North Veterans. Thank you to Heartland Siding for sponsoring the 2012 football season. Maloney Glass and Overhead Door. They provide services for all of your glass and door needs. They're located on Robert E. Lee Drive. Rebel Lanes, they too are on Robert E. Lee Drive. They provide bowling services for the family, for everybody in your family. And then Stern AG, Neil Clements, thank you for sponsoring all of our first downs. And tonight we've had 9 first downs for Biggersville and 8 first downs for TCPS. 2nd and 12 now for the Eagles. Gray and Forrest in the game. Tyler Beard drops back. He throws it deep, throws it up, and the ball is thrown over the safety's head, Stacy, but Forrest is not able to connect. 3rd down and 12 now for the Eagles.
Nice job by Forrest to lay out right there, give him a chance right there, but just barely out of the fingertips again, too, but kind of hitting that mode of where you got to start laying it up in the air.
Have you noticed that we've had a bunch of critics up here correcting everything we do? I mean, my gosh.
I like it.
All right, guys, I missed that one. Number 48 and not 10.
Oh, I like it.
Come on.
You need a little correction.
We're on the radio. They can't see that. You don't have to tell them every time you make a mistake.
That's the beautiful thing about it.
Oh,
we can screw up here.
Tyler Beard, no, quick hitter, no. He rolls right, and he's looking for somebody. Tucks the ball and picks up 2 yards. Good hit there by number 55. 2-yard gain by Tyler Beard.
Yeah, it looks like number 55, Brooks Bishop, senior 5'9", came up and made the play right there, too, to cut us down on 4th and long.
Brooks Bishop and Matt Hamlin on the
So down by 13, 4th and 10, and the Eagles are going to punt the ball.
timeout for the Eagles.
I would think he's going to revisit that thought. I mean, what's the difference if you lose 34-13? But why punt the ball with 3 minutes left, Greg?
Yeah, I'm putting the ball somehow in the air, some kind of trick play here,
Absolutely.
too. We got to get a first down right here, too, to continue to give us a chance.
So tonight, really not being able to establish the run, which I thought they'd be able to do. Seeing Holka played Biggersville last week, it looked like the run was going to be there. But Biggersville putting 9 guys in the box and saying, hey, you're going to have to beat us. You're going to have to beat our 9 guys. And tonight, the Eagles will probably have their lowest rushing night of the year.
Yeah, they've done a great job. The Lions done a great job of just stacking that box and say, pin my ears back, and we're coming after you, running backs. So done a very good job tonight of just closing up the run game.
26-13, Biggersville.
We're getting close to our player of the game time.
Yes, we're going to have to come up with a player of the game somewhere, somehow. Bentonville 41 South, Panola 6. Again, you'll know all these scores. Tyler Beard, the corners and the safeties are playing further back as Tyler Beard's under the center, 4th and 10. And we're going to get illegal procedure. Wow. So Gunnels looks like he moves. And instead of 4th and 10, it's 4th and 15.
Yeah, I think we were trying to do a quick snap to get an easy 5 out of that one right there, too. And it looks like Gunnels didn't get the snap count down exactly right, so now we're sitting in a 4th and 15.
Obvious passing situation. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the game. Tiber's going to go in motion. Here's Tyler Beard. He throws to Forrest. Looked like there was going to be a hook and a ladder.
Kind of was thinking.
But he just couldn't. It looked like they were going to try to pitch it back to Tiber, but Forrest is drilled. Picks up 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like we had a tackle that time by number 55, Brooks Bishop, and number 5, Darius Carroll. We got Charlie Forrest down on the play again, too. Had a little injury earlier on in the ball game, too. He's down again, so I got to check on number 4, see how he's doing.
Looked like his head might have been slammed in the ground on that play, and of course had a little concussion issue. I don't want to say concussion, but a little scare earlier in the year. So it looks like Biggersville's going to win this one, just as Corinth beat New Albany 21-19 tonight.
Good ball game there tonight.
Did you see it?
I think it would be.
You said a good ball game there tonight, and I'm just curious if I'm just messing with you. Hey, Greg, it's been fun working with you this year.
Hey, I've had a ball so far this year, even if you are from New York.
So it does look like the Eagles are going to go 0-4 on this season, 0-2 in district play. Biggersville looks like they'll be undefeated, and they'll take on Thrasher next week. And an outsider would say that they should be 3-0 after next week. But then the big games start for Biggersville. The Vardamans and the Faulkners and the Smithvilles and the Coldwaters, the 4 teams that I think on paper are the best 4 in the district. But Biggersville tonight has done a real nice job. 3 touchdown passes by Stacy, all in the first half.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. You can tell, too. He has a lot of poise in the pocket and gives you the run threat as well, too. So they're a dual threat on when they're on offense, definitely.
Only 10 players on the field for the Eagles. No one came out for Forrest. This type of stuff drives me crazy. I mean, drives me crazy. I'm a big believer that you always have one coach in charge, so if somebody gets hurt or come out of the game, it's his responsibility to make sure that guy comes on the field. I talked to Holiday about it, and a much better job tonight, by the way. That's the first time that's happened all night. And, hey, if that's the worst thing that happens all night, it's a great night.
Yep, exactly. I have seen some improvement in that tonight. I think that's the first time we've been caught with that tonight, where we were having some issues early on.
Yes.
So, again, injury happens like that, too. You got some of your younger players sitting over there saying, is it my turn, coach? And they kind of get caught on a situation that time where we had to rush a guy out there. Had to call a timeout, though.
34-7, Coldwater over Thrasher. Thrasher continues to lick their wounds. First and 10 for the Lions. You look back at the game, and again, there's a couple things that stick out that could be a little different ending. If our cornerback makes an interception and doesn't allow the touchdown, if Forrest and Tiber can connect on that halfback option, it doesn't mean that you win, but you're not down by 13. Most of them will be runs. This one is given to number 33. And a fumble on the play. I saw it coming. He pulled it out. Oh, no, you have got to be kidding me. He was not down, my friend. Connor Crispin pulled it out, and I'm telling you, he was up, and the ref blew it down.
Yeah, it looks like they had number 33 freshman Dylan Ellison there running. First carry of the night there, too, for the young man. And it looked like a fumble right there that time, too, but did not get the call. So.
Oh, my gosh, that's terrible. And that's what you're taught to do if you're a defender with time running out.
Yeah, need to strip the football right there.
Right, you tackle the football. 11 guys, 10 guys in the box. The only one back is Gray. And here comes the option. Stacy runs right, picks up 6-7, then he slides. He'll fall down at the 27. The clock will keep running. He stayed in bounds. Gain of 7 on the play.
Gain of about 7.
26-13, 2:22 left in the fourth. Third down. And again, the Eagles had to use a timeout, substitution issue. And so I think they're down to 1.
Yeah, if you've been watching our webcast tonight, you can rewind and watch that again if you'd like to, and kind of see some of the improvement we've had this year as far as play so far in the year too. But also kind of we can watch some of the things we've got to do to build off of.
So the 25-second clock should be down to 5 for. I must have a different 25-second. No, I had the same one, so he knew it as well. Quick handoff to number 5, and he breaks through, and he's going to score.
Wow, kind of came out of nowhere right there, too. I tell you, number 5, Darius Carroll, there he is again, too. Kind of had a host of Eagles around him right there, too. He breaks out of the crowd, breaks him for a touchdown. Nice run by number 5, Darius Carroll.
So Carroll scores on a 26-yard run.
26 yards for the touchdown.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is over. Biggersville scores, goes up 32-13
Biggersville 32.
with a minute 44 left.
Yeah, good job that time by Carroll keeping his feet up under him. So got to hand it to him. You know, we're right here in the fight till the end of the ball game, but kind of having a little bit of issues right here at the end with tackling.
Flag on the play.
We're still working on that player of the game.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the player of the game here in a minute. Win or lose, we do this every week. We pick an Eagle player, and I have someone in mind, but my job is to give you 3 guys. I think I'll give you a couple tonight. But we'll wait till this thing wraps up here in a minute.
Flag just fell out of his pocket.
Flag fell out of his pocket.
I told you he was flag happy. Little wave off there.
Stacy, the quarterback, and I think that's Bolig behind him. Again, movement, no flag. Stacy rolls right, and he is brought down by Mullins, I believe. Yep, 56,
Yeah,
Mullins.
looked like 56 Mullins, and also we had number 61 Emery Mullins. So both Mullins brothers in there.
So it's going to be a good homecoming night for the Biggersville fans. 32-13. So our night didn't start on the best of note when we showed up. We've already covered that. No more on that. And it ends on a losing note. But, again, hopefully next week Taylor Beard gets back. And, boy, it'd be great to get Lee back as well. But 15 guys, and they continue to slug it out.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's good to see Charlie back out on the field this time, too, as well, after the head. Yeah,
He's good. He's good for 1 or 2 a game.
He's a warrior, man.
You know,
he takes the abuse
seriously.
and hops right back out there. So.
Watch the film from last year. Every game there's at least 1 hit that he gets dinged up, but he always comes back.
Always.
He's like the Weeble that wobbles, but he doesn't fall down.
Or Energizer Bunny. He just keeps on going.
I like that.
You like that. I like that.
So number 4, Barnett, will kick off, I believe, for the 6th time tonight. Cheerleaders, all their hands up in the air, getting ready to bring him down when he kicks the ball, and they do. And the ball is going to be kicked to Tiber at the 20, 25, 30. Cuts outside, 35, to the 40. He's got some lanes down to the 50-yard line. So Tiber still has some fight, and here comes the flag. Why not? We've had 21 flags tonight. Let's have a 22nd, just in case you can get on ESPN.
Looks like maybe a late hit on that one that time. Personal foul, late hit by number 61 for the Lions. Late hit out of bounds on a one of the would-be blockers for TCPS.
No comment. So one of our new friends up here gave me 3 numbers to pick from player of the game, and they have 2 of the 3 that I was going to pick. They had number 24 Tiber, they had 80 Gray with 2 picks, but they left one off. Number 18 Chrisman, 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, and he's been in on 7 tackles. So those are your choices tonight, Greg. You can take Chrisman, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Gray, 2 interceptions. or Tiber with about 75 yards rushing and 7 tackles?
I'm going to go with Crispin tonight. I think Connor did a great job, too, of kind of really getting out there and forcing some different plays in on a lot of different tackles tonight. Also, too, forcing some fumbles. I'm going to give Connor. I think he earned it tonight.
I like that choice. I really do. So Connor Crispin, the player of the game in a losing effort, 32-13, but showed a lot of passion tonight at the beginning of the game and had some big plays. But, you go back to the couple let's just throw it up and hope my wide receiver gets it plays that worked for Biggersville. You look at the couple punts that didn't go our way, and, that halfback option, it seemed like that play was there. But let's not take anything away from Biggersville. Tonight, 3 touchdown passes in the first half and showing some resiliency to the run in the second half. And, again, the Biggersville will go 2-0 now in district play.
Yeah, did a great job tonight of working the ball on pass and the run right now. They got to tip your hats to the Lions. Did a good job tonight.
Barnett, the safety's back 15 yards, and you probably do play pass here first, you would think. Tyler Beard under center. Quick pitch to Tiber. Tiber goes outside. He gets around the corner to the 30. He cuts upfield to the 45. He gets to the 50 and down to the 49. 10, 20, 24 yards for Tiber on that play.
Number 20, Nathan Carroll on the stop for the Lions.
Tiber's got a little bit of an injury, a little bit of a limp that time off that run. Not sure what happened, but it's like he's struggling with that left leg a little bit.
So Tiber, the warrior, and he is going to limp off. They'll move Forrest back to tailback, and I think they're just going to give him a break. Good job by Tiber on that run there. Good blocking, too. It seemed like if he gets outside, again, it just outside is working better than the inside stuff here against Biggersville. First down and 10 is Sternagee. A.G. Neil Clements first down. Quick pitch to Forrest. He gets outside on this one to the 50, 45-40. He cuts upfield, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown.
Great job that time of dancing. Great job that time of dancing the sideline by Mr. Forrest, too. Did a good job taking off down the sideline. When you feel the pressure to push you out, you cut it back in. So nice job.
So Forrest scores with 50 seconds left on the clock on the 50-yard touchdown run.
That brings us Biggersville 32. The Eagles 19.
It's like you said, too, with that. Just get the ball outside. When you
Yeah.
got 9 stacked in the box, move the ball to the outside.
Again, you sit here. Monday morning quarterback's always fun to do. The quick pitch had some success tonight.
Yeah, especially when you get a speed back like Forrest or like Tiber, either one kind of getting a sweep
Right.
around the side, too. You got to get it around those guys stack 9 in the box.
Ball's on the 3-yard line. Tiber back in the game. Quick pitch to Tiber, and he's going to drop his shoulder and get in for the 2 points. So the Eagles do show some heart, 32-21. Tiber with the 2-point conversion, and the Eagles trail by 10. And continue to show fight with 50 seconds left in the game. I think it's 5-0. Yep. There's a pole that's always covering that last number.
It's right there. As soon,
I know. You guys notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have.
Tough way to see leaning around that pole. But, 50 seconds left.
So who's our new friends here? Let's get some names. What's your name? Hey, what is it? Hi, Donica. Pretty name. Hi, Donica. Thank you for your hospitality. And, sir? Scott Nash, proud dad of number 13, right? Or 23?
He's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin. Okay. That's right.
And then Mr. Shadburn here, too.
Yeah, Mr. Roger. He's been talking junk all night. Well, my son's 24. He did okay, too, tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a good
come
ball
on
game.
now.
Had a good ball game. We've had a lot of fun up here
I
tonight.
know that. This has been the best group.
Yeah.
You know what? And it kind of made up for the bad start.
Yeah.
Because we
really
weren't welcomed. A little bit interesting of a welcome. First time in 4 years and not being able to broadcast live. We've done that story tonight. But you could not find friendlier people in the press box. Probably the friendliest group in the last 4 years. So maybe there's a balance there. They need to hang out with that guy. I'm not going to even mention his name, but they need to hang out with him a little bit. Kind of tell him to breathe. Take a deep breath.
Take a chill pill.
All right, onside kick. Here we go. Onside kick to the Biggersville sideline, I would say, because 6 guys are parked over here.
Biggersville's got the hands crew on the right side.
Yes. Let's see, Connor Chrisman. He's only got to kick it 10 yards. And again, the Eagles, boy, wouldn't this be fun if they picked this one up? I've seen crazier things happen.
Yep.
And it is. Here's the kick. The ball goes up, but no, it's very quickly taken by Stacy. He falls on it, number 10. And that will be a Biggersville first down at the 48. So they'll just have to take the ball and kneel on it. We'll have a ball game tonight. Congratulations to Connor Chrisman, number 18. 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, 7 tackles on the night. As being our player of the game is selected by Greg Jolly. Eagles fall to 0-4. Biggersville goes to 2-2. 2 losses outside the district. 2 wins inside the district, beating Holka and TCPS. And tonight, or excuse me, next Friday, homecoming. We'll get to see the pageantry. And the ball is knelt down, and there's no flags. The refs decided to keep them in their pocket to let us go home. And that is going to be the ball game tonight. So Biggersville defeats TCPS by the score of 32-21. And I'm looking at the clock. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll probably have one more victory
All
kneel right here.
All right,
too,
we'll do it one more time.
Stacy steps up to the huddle.
You almost said to the plate.
To the plate.
There you go. He swings.
And a single.
And he kneels on it.
There it is.
So 2 plays, no yardage on those 2, and that's the end of the ball game. So Biggersville tonight and homecoming night holds off the Eagles 32-21, and you've got to be encouraged overall, Greg, on what you saw tonight.
Really am, Steve. I tell you what, it's been a drastic turnaround of what we've seen so far. Real improvement there by the Eagles. A few busted plays that we had that time, too, that really hurt us throughout the night. And but I've seen a lot of encouraging things tonight, too. I've seen the guys keep their heads up. They fought to the very end. And gosh, scoring with 50 seconds left. Great job this time, too, by the Eagles, too. Something I think that we can build off of. Also, though, we got to give a hand to the Biggersville Lions. Did a great job as well with really stepping it up tonight and giving the ground and air attack to take home the ball game. But I'm very encouraged with our Eagles right now.
So a much better performance by TCPS. They do fall. They fall to 0-4. Next week is Holka. Player of the game, Connor Chrisman, scoring tonight for the Eagles. Tiber scored twice on a 1-yard run and a 5-yard run. Forrest, a 50-yard run late in the fourth quarter. Tied with a 2-point conversion. The final score, Biggersville 32, TCPS 21. Thank you again to our sponsors, Heartland Siding, Rebel Lanes, Maloney Glass and Door. Come on, do you remember some, Greg, or are you going to make me kind of do these by myself?
I'm
you
holding
are,
the dial over here. I thought I was about to dial
Stern
it down.
Eugenio Clements. Want to thank him as well, and all of our friends, Leland Chrisman, at the North Mississippi Maxillofacial Surgery Center here in Tupelo, Mississippi. For Scott Burns and DJ Live in Tupelo, thank you to WAQB 90.9 AFR. My name's Steve Tiber, Greg Jolly. God bless your night, and we will talk to you next week. God bless.